Because how would they know? How would they know? Huh. Yo, yo. What's up with it? What's up with it? All right, send the alerts to my folks. Let my people know. Save. All right. Hey, yo. What's up, y'all? Hey there, Love Bug. Hey, T. Lee. Marie, what's up? We going backwards. We going backwards. You ain't even got to wait that long. Hey, Danny. Hey, B. What's up? What's up with you? Hey there, Renita. Let's get it going. Yeah, please hit that like, y'all. Hit that like when you come in. Tell other people, hit that like when they come in, too. Hey, Mackie. You say I love backwards. I bet you do. I bet you do. Me too. I love it backwards, too. Like, yes, we're going back. Pisces, yeah, that's right. Hey there, Tweety Cat. What's up with y'all? So, we start with. Hey there, Get Love. Here, C-Mac. C-Mac. What's up, Steph? How you feeling, Stephanie? Who said that? Marie. Y'all know me well. Y'all know me well. Definitely nasty. Oh, my Christmas was cool. I don't get big into holidays. My birthday about to come up on the 4th, so I don't really, it's another day to me. I kind of grew up. I say I kind of, because I had them every once in a while. I had Christmas. I never had I had a birthday party when I was 15, but I didn't really get into birthdays, holidays. It's another day to me. You know what I mean? So if it wasn't for my daughter and her mom, I probably would never get into holidays, but they be into it. So it it get me in there sometimes 50-50, you know what I mean? But I don't be tripping on it. Christmas was a day I was just not supposed to work, so I got to lay back and chill. You know what I'm saying? 2 days after you. Okay, you on 6/2? All right. I used to date this Capricorn girl who was birthday was on the 6th. She's pretty cool too. All right, so let's get it. Pisces. Hey, Natalie. So Pisces, what we talking about? How will you know you met the one? That's a lot. They probably got a lot going on there, most likely, when you meet them. Let me see. We are solid. You did not lie there. You did not tell not one lie. Capricorn is solid. All right, let me see. Pisces. How will you know you met the one? All right, could be dealing with the Leo. So this is going to be somebody who doesn't cause you any conflict, doesn't bring any drama to you, doesn't start any fights. They may have a lot of people around them. So maybe they have a lot of siblings, or I almost want to say you may know them because they have sibling rivalries. So maybe their cousins, family, or sisters, brothers are always maybe competing with them. And they don't like a lot of drama. They may have used to be in sports, so they used to maybe be in a more competitive field. So maybe they work in a competitive field at that point. And at that point, so it's maybe somebody who's also feels like there's a lot of competition for you. So this would be or you may feel like there's a lot of competition for this person, but you won't really feel like it's competition because you'll kind of already feel like you got it in the bag, or they'll make you feel that way. All right. Could be also dealing with an Aquarius. So this would be somebody. So this is 7 of Swords, which is usually for me somebody who has a distinctive walk, or you just kind of can tell by their stance. You know what I mean? So they have a open body language towards you all the time. But it's also somebody who doesn't really they're not really direct. They try to avoid conflict or issues with you. 7 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and reverse 2 is somebody who tries to avoid conflict. They don't like to fight with you. They don't like to argue with you. They don't want to go back and forth with you. When they ask for stuff, or when they want to say something to you, they do it in a more indirect way. So this is somebody who's going to always try not to cause trouble with you, or always try not to like create issues. And for some of y'all in the very beginning, this is going to be somebody who maybe like suppresses their attraction to you at first, and they like subtly give hints or be very strategic about how they feel about you in the beginning stages. Like they may talk to you and it may have some passion, but like they'll suppress how much attraction that they really have to you. This is somebody who doesn't really want you to like know in the beginning that they're into you. You know what I mean? Because for real, they already kind of like sized you up, and they assume that other people want you. So like the way they're going to come about it is going to be a very strategic way. So they may come through friends, they may come through like a joint venture, maybe a hobby, or like it's something like that. They try to interact with you, like maybe with other people around at first. You know what I mean? They try to interact to like maybe like try to like get into the friend group, or try to get into like your closer circle in that way through other people first. You know what I mean? Or that's how you'll meet them, through other people in a way. Like maybe, like I said, maybe you guys do sports together, maybe you guys do something creative together, maybe you work out together, maybe you something. It's something that you guys would do like jointly, like together, but maybe separately, but like together. All right. So it's gonna be a relationship that's gonna stop. We got Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So it may be one where you probably try to avoid this person at first, or they try to avoid you. Like you try to get it off the ground, and maybe you guys get started, but then it like ends, and then you guys like seeing them again, and then you guys maybe try to avoid it, but then it's like they'll put up a fight when they feel like you're getting away from them. So this would be somebody who, like, if you guys are already dealing with them, they'll kind of like put in the energy a little bit if it seems like you're getting away from them, or it seems like you're starting to avoid them, or not really being direct with them, or not really talking to them. If they feel like you're getting like attention elsewhere, then that's when they're going to put in more effort or offer to you whatever they were holding back at one time. This is somebody who's probably possessive over you guys, but like secretly possessive, because they don't really tell you that they like care as much as they do, because we don't got no cups yet. It's just swords and fire. So this would be somebody who's pretty balanced as well. All right, we got Sag, so we still got a lot of fire. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Well, all right, so this may be somebody who you guys won't even see yourselves really being with. You may think of all the reasons for why it can't work. Could be a Gemini, could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, could be a Sag, Aries, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini. All right, so that's what I got. So it could be somebody who, for some of y'all, they may be in jail, or they may be in like a tight situation. Like when you meet them, they may be having like bad luck, or a string of like you know, maybe stuff is like falling apart for them. And if it's not necessarily like stuff that's falling apart for them, this would be a relationship where it like starts, then it stops, then it's like it feels like it's the wrong time, like things just don't line up the way that you would like it to be. This may be also somebody who either you guys are going to view as like a come up, or they may view you as a come up, and they may not really be a usual type, which could mean, you know, culture, race, height, aesthetic. You know what I mean? They may not be exactly what you expect them to be. You know what I mean? Because like with the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords, they're not really too much of a direct talker. So you may have an issue really reading this person, because they're very strategic with you. The way they present themselves with you, the way they interact with you, it doesn't really imply that they're into you in this way. You know, they have passion for you, but like, how can you tell? How can you fucking tell? Like, this is somebody who you guys will talk to, and it'll seem like the conversations aren't really going anywhere, but like circular, but you just want to keep talking to them. So like you guys may interact from like time to time. So maybe you bump into them randomly because of the Wheel of Fortune. You bump into them randomly, or you see them often enough, but nothing happens. You know what I mean? Like, so maybe you guys, like, let's say you guys maybe start off like getting to know them, and then it like stops, because like the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so it means that it starts, then it stops, then it starts, then it stops. And because we got the Ace of Pentacles here, you could be meeting them through work, or through like a business, or some type of joint endeavor. Where I said like it could be like working out, it could be like a hobby, it could be whatever you like to do. You could be meeting them through something like that. They may be more like an active lifestyle, or they used to be active. So like maybe they've slowed their roll a little bit in some way. You're probably gonna, it's an opportunity to benefit with this person, but you're not gonna see it as that in the beginning, because it may look like it's too many unpredictable situations outside of you that you can control. You may feel like, I don't know how this is going to all play out, so I don't even know if I really want to get involved in this, because they may seem kind of unpredictable at times. Like one day it seems like it's going in the right direction, then the next day they're maybe not talking as much. They may be more in their head. This may also be somebody who maybe puts you in your head, because like you can't really read what they're doing. Like they're never really direct. That's the big issue. They're never really direct. It's more of a hint. And it's more of like they present the opportunity, but like, are you presenting the opportunity? Like, are you for real? And then when they do present it, they kind of come off as like unsure if they really wanted to present it. And then it's hard to read, and you can't really get a clear communicate or clear like line of like of information from them. It's never really clear. It's never really clear. You know what I mean? but they are very helpful. So that's probably how you know. This may be somebody who's in your community or you guys work with, because we got 3 of Pentacles here. So I feel like you guys may have worked with them, or you see them in your community. Maybe you guys lived around them, or something. It's a community, whatever way that may be. All right. They also may have like a small group of friends, like maybe 2, 3. They don't really have a lot of friends, I'm gonna say. Like maybe they have like associates, because it seems to be somebody who may have associates, but like, or they may always like have the attention of other people, but they try to like shy away from it. They don't really acknowledge the attention that they get from other people. They may be nervous in that way. Like this may be somebody who overthinks themselves a whole lot, a whole lot. You know what I mean? So even when you're talking to them, it almost seems like it's falling on deaf ears, because it kind of seems like you can't tell, like, are you listening to me? Do you hear what I'm saying? Like they're never really directed with like answers. You know what I mean? Maybe they beat around the bush in a way at times. So yeah, if this is a past person, it's gonna be somebody who's gonna come back around. You guys will just keep start stopping until you guys really start to figure each other out with this 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Until you guys really start to figure each other out and start to figure out what each other needs, or how to be of an asset or help to each other, how to support each other. Until you guys kind of get to that conclusion with each other, then that's when you guys will be starting to focus more on each other. Now, for some of y'all, because the 2 of Wands is here too, there could be distance in a way. Because the Wheel of Fortune sometimes means there's external circumstances outside of me and them that would cause us not to be able to get together. Like something else is, you know, it could be anything. It could be our principles. It could be our values. It could be our status. It could be our age. It could be our race. It could be anything. All those little things that we can't like control are keeping you guys from like having the relationship. So it's like at first you're probably thinking like, this can't happen. I don't even see like a rational or like probable cause or probable outcome that would allow us to be together. You know what I mean? So let's see how that even works out. How does that even happen that you guys even start feel? I guess maybe because of the time, because the Wheel of Fortune is here. Time. I guess you got. Oh, okay. So we got the hermit, not the hermit, the Hierophant in reverse. So that has to do with the change of value system. So through hanging around them long enough, or you guys interacting with each other long enough, you guys are going to swap value systems, or at least exchange value systems. So like whatever you thought was the right or wrong way to do shit, and the way that they thought was the right way to do shit, that's when they're going to be like, oh, okay, I kind of see what you're saying. And you be like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I can see how your way of doing things can help me. And they'll be like, I see how your way of doing things is helping me. You know what I mean? So like you guys will like mix and match each other's value system or beliefs and pretty much meld into one. So it may be more of a non-traditional relationship though, because we got the Hierophant in reverse, and then we got the Sag energy. So for some of y'all, it's a long distance relationship. For some, you know what I mean? For others of you, it's kind of like one of those relationships where we can just kind of come and go as we please, but we have a mutual benefit in between us, which could be kids for some of y'all, or it could be a business, or it could just be like some type of shared outcome that you guys want. Like maybe when you guys meet up or link up, it feels beneficial at that moment, but when it stops being that way, then you guys just break apart. But you guys are still around, just frequently see each other whenever you see them. So this would be a one for some of y'all. Like I said, it's going to be a non-traditional relationship, but they'll be around for a while. You know what I mean? You just don't always know when you guys are like going to see each other. So some of y'all, they may be like, I don't know, in the government. So like I was thinking like sailors, army, maybe police. Like it seems like you guys don't get a lot of time together. You know what I mean? But like sometimes it could even be like a spiritual connection to y'all. Y'all just feel like there's a spiritual bond between us where it just doesn't make sense for us to do this, but we just want to be around each other. Hey, Lakeisha. So it's like we just want to be around each other. There's going to be somebody who's going to make you guys feel overly confident, overly sure. They're more of a party guy, party girl, or at least somebody who's more into like fun. But they'll always want to be around you or always want to interact with y'all. So signs could be Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Sag, Aries. I mean, not Aries. Sag, Gemini, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus. I said Pisces. There was no Pisces. The Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. All right, so we was on Aqua laters. You remember I had the board and I had Aqua laters out there? That was good times, man. Good times. All right, hey there, FK Slay. You said, is it a good reading or not? It's always a good reading. When I show up, it's a great reading. All right, so y'all gonna be dealing with somebody who's popular, somebody who's in the public eye. Now, it's maybe somebody who's also gonna be like a one-sided connection for y'all. So it could be a Libra, it could be a Leo. So it's maybe somebody who gets a little bit more attention than you guys, or maybe you get more attention than them. It's something like that. There's something that's going to be a little bit different in status between y'all. It's maybe somebody who has like a criminal history for some of y'all. Some. They don't have to, but I've seen the justice in reverse. So if they don't have a criminal history, they have a history of one-sided connections, meaning that they're used to probably being celebrated, cherished, validated, appreciated more than their partners, or they're used to like the praise and admiration of others more than maybe you, or you're used to that from them. I don't know. There's somebody in there. It's a one-sided connection. All right. So this is how you'll know. It'll feel one-sided. So you may feel like this person doesn't feel the same way you feel. Could be an Aquarius. It's maybe somebody some of y'all have moved on from, because of the Six of Swords. So it's maybe somebody who you guys have moved on from, or this may be somebody who is like goes on trips, they travel, they may be like a traveling business person, or they try to keep things calm and peaceful when it comes to communicating. So there's somebody who doesn't really get too loud, it seems like, with the Six of Swords, but sometimes we'll figure it out as we go along the journey. But right now it kind of seems like this is somebody who's like kind of peaceful, good at talking. They're good at transitioning the conversation between y'all. So you're like, oh, okay. Like, you know, they're a good talker. That's really all we're kind of getting at right now, is they're a good talker. You know what I mean? Easy, I'm going to say easy to get along with. Yeah, hermit. They don't really like a lot of people. So it could be a Virgo, could be an Aquarius. So they may, now, sometimes a hermit could be somebody who's socially awkward, but like it's upright. So I wouldn't say that they're socially awkward. I just say that they're very particular about people and very peculiar about like who gets to be around them. And like, but when you get to talking to them, this is somebody who has a lot of profound information, a whole lot of profound knowledge. They may be a little older too, like graying for some of you, or they just have like gray hair, like, or like blonde hair maybe, but it seems like gray. So maybe they have like a beard, or maybe a longer beard, or it could be short. You know what I mean? But even if they don't have facial hair, they just seem to be a little older. They give like an old vibe. Even if they're not old, it just seems like this person has been here before. So if they're young, it just seems like this is an old soul, because they don't really like, they're kind of pessimistic. They're very shrewd. They seem like a grandmom, grandpa from the very beginning. When you first start talking to them, you're like, damn, you stuck in 1964, 1988. You know what I mean? Like, what's up with you? You know what I mean? So I know 1988 ain't like super old. So like, excuse me. All right. They may also be wearing a lot of form-fitting clothes or a lot of like relaxed fitting clothes. So that might be something that, you know, like they prefer to be comfy, you know, because they seem to like they live an active lifestyle. Because we also got the Six of Swords and we got the Five of Wands. So they may live like an active lifestyle, but like prefer to do a lot of stuff on their own. They have a sense of independence, but they'll work with people, but they also like get frustrated very easily with people. They get annoyed very easily with people. Like they're used to having their own peace, or maybe having their own in general. You know what I mean? So they kind of like separate and isolate from people a lot. Like they'll be there, but like this is somebody who doesn't like, they'll, so like if this person shows up and they're frustrated in a situation, they're going to get your issue. Shit going to get handled when they show up. So it could be a Leo, Virgo, Aquarius. We got Gemini. So this may start off as a casual connection too, because we got the Lovers in reverse. This may start off as like, you know, it can be casual where it's like sexual, but it can also just be casual where we're just getting to know each other from time to time. We don't always talk regularly, but for some of y'all, it may be a past person as well, because of this Lovers in reverse and the Six of Swords. It may be somebody who you guys are broken up with, separated from. Maybe you guys have trust issues. This will be somebody who's going to help you heal trust issues, because they're going to bring up a lot of frustration in you, and you're going to have to express that. You're going to have to find creative ways to express your frustration with this person. You know what I mean? Because this may be somebody who acts really chill. They start trouble, start drama, and then act like, you know, like it wasn't their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't really just creating the issue between y'all. So they may kind of play a victim role at times. You know what I mean? Or you may feel like the victim in this situation. Because it's going to feel like a one-sided connection where it's like, I'm putting in all the effort. I'm trying to fight for this connection. I'm trying to prove that I want this. And it seems like they're like very disassociated from the relationship and kind of like unresponsive to your advances. You're like, like why would I be chasing you? Why would I be fighting for you and you're not fighting for me? Or like you may feel something about them is not matching the energy between y'all. Because I've seen the Lovers here in reverse, and earlier I've seen that Justice in reverse. So it's like this situation between us does not feel equal. It doesn't feel like you're putting in what I'm putting in. So they may call you. You may have like a lot of bickering or back and forth power struggles with this person. All right, they're very prideful, but at the same time, this is somebody who can be on their own. So like the pride and the power struggles that you guys have could be continuous, because they okay by themselves. They like, hey, fuck it, I could be alone, ain't no thing. Like this is somebody who's probably used to being alone. So like any type of conflict or any type of disagreement, they move right away. How you'll notice the one, they got good sex, and you may find them to be attractive from the onset with the Ace of Wands, but they stress you out. They create a lot of anxiety. But you guys have great chemistry, sexual chemistry, all right? Because we got 5 of Wands, 6 of Wands, 5 of Wands, Ace of Wands, and 6 of Wands. So that's a victory. So that they're popular, like I told y'all, the 6 of Wands with this 5 of Wands, 5 of Wands, Ace of Wands. So 6 of Wands here. So they are popular in some way. All right, I will say that. But they may have like a weird sleep schedule as well. For some of y'all, they're like into sports. So they may be like a sports player, or they could be in a competitive field where it seems like it's like they stand out. you know what I mean? But they also don't really fit in with the vibe with everybody else. So they're in a competitive field and they're doing well, but they just don't seem like they fit in the vibe with everybody else. Because like they do their own thing. They kind of seem like a father time type of person, like left in the past in a way. You know what I mean? Like you missed your shit, pup. Like what? Like what's going on with who you are? You're not like everybody else. You're not trying to keep up. They're not. That's what it is. They're not trying to keep up with everybody else. They do their own thing, and they're comfortable, confident in doing that. They'll stand up to whoever too. So this would be somebody who will be a protector for you, even if they're older. Grandpa got some spunk or grandmom got some spunk in them. You know what I mean? They'll tell people where to go, but they come off really relaxed, really chill when they're communicating with people. Like it takes a lot to get this person frustrated. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to get this person frustrated. So we got 7 swords, 9 swords. Okay. Oh, so you're going to see this person differently, either because we got 7 swords, which has to do with evading or getting away from people, but it's in reverse. So that's usually like looking at things in hindsight. So like once I get away from this situation, then I look back and I think about it like, and then behind that 7 swords was the hangman in reverse. So it's going to be somebody who you guys are going to see for who they are. You're going to see through the facade and the illusion of them being difficult, of them being avoidant. Like, I guess one day it's just going to click for y'all. We're going to recognize like why they act the way they act. It's going to come clear to you why they act the way they act. So at first they're going to make you nervous. They're going to like annoy you. You know what I mean? It's always going to feel like maybe you overthought this situation. Maybe you can't trust them. Maybe they're not honest. Maybe they're not who they say they are. And then one day it's just going to flip. And because we got the hangman here, you can't really say when. I guess the relationship just takes a weird pivot out of nowhere one day and you just start seeing them differently. You're like, oh, for some reason you kind of fit the bill of what I'm looking for today. So there's maybe somebody who you guys like flip, you know what I mean, had the view switch where maybe you always seen them in a more critical, shrewd, old. You might have seen all the little like nitpicky things that you don't like about them at first. And then suddenly you realize like, oh wait, that would fit. That's me. Because kind of like that vibe, because the lovers is somebody who you guys are mirroring. But in reverse, you feel like this version of them is not who you are. You're like, that's not me. That's not me at all. You know what I mean? So like they're showing you a mirror, but you're like, that's not me. I'm not like that. I don't act like that. So I guess over time, maybe because the 9 of swords is about self-realization. So you're going to start sitting to yourself and realizing. So most likely it's when they left or when you leave. One of you are going to sit and think about it. Because the Ace of Wands is a restart and a fight for it. You know what I mean? And then a chance to get to know each other on a deeper level. And then we transition with the 6 of swords. So at this point, this would be somebody who it may kind of seem like it's stagnant. It's not going anywhere. It's complacent. You may feel like you're like living in a delusional state with this person because you're like, this can't be my person. This can't be my person. Why would I pick this person? Because they're very much a mirror to you and just the version of you that you haven't realized or haven't taken accountability for. Because that's what the 9 of swords is. When you finally start taking accountability for your actions and for your part that you play in situations, then you can understand the pattern. You can understand why they were acting the way they were acting. So they may start trying to avoid you at first, or you may avoid them. Something about the relationship kind of like rubs you the wrong way and causes frustration in you. So just know that. All right. I don't know. For some of y'all, they could have maybe, like I said, been in a more active or more like a physical lifestyle. So like it could be, like I said, they could work out. They could maybe play sports, and it could even be in a competitive field, like I was just telling y'all. So let me get some. They have like a spirituality to them too. So there's maybe a spirituality that they kind of like hide. They don't really like put out there on Front Street. Now for some of y'all, they also may be like a creator or just very skilled, like a natural talent, natural ability. They be making shit happen like out of nowhere. Even if you didn't see it happening, like this doesn't seem probable. They be making shit happen. They be pulling out their ass. All right. So anyway, signs could be dealing with. Could be Aquarius, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Leo, Aries, Leo, Sag, Virgo, Aquarius. Yep. All the same energy. Very talkative, communicative type of person too, but it's so subtle. I know you was gonna watch this one, Shar. How did I know you was gonna watch this one? Cause it's juicy. I knew you was gonna watch it. I was like, and then look, I should have messaged you and said, I know you're gonna watch this next reading, Shar, because I know you will. This was a good one. All right. So Capricorn. All right. So it says a very triggering connection. I believe it. Those be the best ones over time because you learn so much about yourself. That's what that will be for Aquarius. You're going to learn so much about yourself. All right, so Capricorn. All right, so for somebody else, going to be somebody who's at a distance. This will be somebody who's always focused on you, all right? They may have options or choices, but they always seem to choose you. So for some of y'all, this may be a past person, because the Two of Wands sometimes can be about somebody who felt like they could do better. So, or you may feel like you could do better. So for some of y'all may feel like y'all could do better. Could be a Libra, but they're attractive. We got the, oh shit, we got the Empress here. So this may be somebody who's abundant. They'll take care of you, a motherly man. Even if they're a man, they're very motherly type of vibe, aesthetically pleasing, attractive. So it's a Libra, Taurus, Aries. All right, for some of y'all, this may be somebody who's at a distance again. Now, if they're not a distance, they may be at a short distance for some of y'all. All right, this is somebody who also gets easily distracted. So it may be a past person that you guys, so maybe it's somebody who you guys felt like you guys could do better than, but you guys never really moved on from, because we got the death in reverse. So it could be a Scorpio, Aries, could be Aquarius, could be an Aries. They're more like a free-spirited type of person, because we got the Fool here too. So they're more of a free-spirited, kind of come as they go. This is somebody who I can see, okay, not like, oh, like they're a bad person because they're attractive. I can see why this would be like a problem for y'all, because we got the death here, which means that this would be one of those relationships that create traumas, and they bring up past life traumas or past experiences that you thought you healed from, but they trigger it again. Like, hey, you didn't fully heal. You need to focus. So there's gonna be somebody who's gonna call attention to where you need to focus on, like past traumas, stuff that keeps hanging you up, stuff that you should have shed, like an old version of yourself that you should have shed, or a version of yourself that should have grown up by now. This is gonna be somebody who's gonna call attention to that. Like, you can't hide from yourself anymore around this person. You know what I mean? So this may also be like a taboo relationship because the death is here. This may be a taboo or a relationship that you feel like you should not engage in. It's going to feel intense, and this person may bring up feelings and emotions that you yourself haven't fully processed. You know what I mean? Like fears of abandonment, fears of intimacy, fears of letting people go, which is the same thing as like fears of abandonment, fears of over-investing, fears of not being enough. This person will bring up all those situations within you, or you're bringing this up in them, but you should probably know them from them bringing it up in you. All right. This would be a relationship with somebody who just kind of hangs on, or you just hang on to, all right? But they're really free-spirited, adventurous type of person. Now, like I said, for some of y'all, it's at a distance, but it don't have to be. All right. I don't know. I want to say for some of y'all, they're into horses or like equestrian. All right. They could be a planner. Like, you know, or they're not a planner. They're not. They try to plan. That's what I will say. So they have like a overall type of energy of like what they would like to plan and what they would like to see happen. They just kind of drag their feet on it. You know what I mean? So this is somebody who like will get it done, but it just takes a little while. Like, they don't just get it done right away. You know what I mean? So in the beginning onset, you guys are going to feel like this may not be the relationship you would want, but you want to engage in it. You know what I mean? So let's not say that you feel like you could do better or that they feel like they could do better. It just may be a relationship where you guys just like kind of feel unsure if you should engage in it, because it may feel like this isn't going to go where I want to go. You got the Fool here again. The Fool just keeps going to come out. So this may be more like a risk to you. You may feel like this is a risk. This isn't going to be what I would like it to be. I don't think this is ever going to evolve into anything more than maybe passion, maybe more than like adventure, excitement, you know, maybe random trips. You know what I mean? This may be somebody who takes you on that. So you may kind of feel like, I'm just going to do that. This may be more like fun. You may feel like this is just for fun, just for like an experience. Let me just see what happens. You may just go along with it just to kind of see what happens. You may not really even like feel like this is going to do anything. You know what I mean? And it becomes something. It becomes something deeper than what you imagine it to be. All right. Yeah, we got Pisces. So we got Knight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. So this will be a relationship that like at the time when you first, I guess if you guys first deal with each other, it may seem that it's like, how do I explain it? It may seem like it's not going to go anywhere, is for really what I'm saying. Because it's somebody who's moody and fickle. So they find you to be attractive, but like this is like somebody who also, when you're not around, they find somebody else attractive. You know what I mean? So they're really a seducer. They're really generous, but it's selective generosity. They give to you because they want that boyfriend, girlfriend vibe. So this, y'all have a family, because we got 10 of Cups here, but y'all would be together more. I mean, we got 2 of Cups here too. So this may be more like a relationship that you use to like get you guys out of the like monotony, or get you guys out of like stagnancy in life. So there'll be like a lifeblood to you. This would be somebody who, I don't know. So maybe some of y'all are doing like where you always are like at work, or always doing the same thing over and over again. Because this would be somebody who's going to get you out of that rut. You know what I mean? By romancing you, seducing you, gifting you stuff, taking you places. They're showing you like the softer side of life, the more gentler side of life. They're attractive. So you'll like them for that. You'll like them for being attractive. You'll like them for like saying the stuff that you like them to say. They may be a writer, singer, dancer, artist, poet. They just live more of like a carefree life, because the Knight of Cups is a poet or a writer or somebody who's an artistic. I mean, we can call them an artistic genius. they learn how to make money from their creative passion. So there's somebody who's passionate. They just sometime me, because it's maybe somebody who's for some of y'all, they have a large following, or they just have like maybe family issues that they haven't worked through. And this is going to be somebody who's going to trigger that in you too, where you have family issues that you haven't let go of or haven't worked through, stuff that you suppressed. This is going to be somebody who's going to bring it up. So you may feel like this intense bond with this person, but not really be able to put your finger on it often. You know what I mean? But you just kind of go along with it anyway, because it's exciting. It's like out of your norm. It's out of the usual. You really never know what's going to happen. So like some days you guys will fall off because the Knight of Cups is moody. So some days you guys will fall off and not really be romantic or not really be interested into each other. And then other days you'll be like very flirty, very talkative, very chatty. The relationship seems like it's going in a whole nother direction. And then it go right back again to like doing what you don't want it to do. Going back to what you don't want it to do. You know what I mean? It's going to be a life-changing connection though, because of the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. So it's going to teach you guys to take more risks. So I don't know how this is going to be the one. I should have probably told y'all my spiel about in the very beginning of the relationship, the beginning of this reading, about how I don't really subscribe to a one. The one could be anybody that you roll around and you guys decide to work together and compromise, and you really try to get to know them. That one could be the one. But then with that one passed away, should I never have another one? You know what I mean? Should I never have another one if that one passed away? Could you imagine? Never. So that's why I don't subscribe to that, because you guys got 3 different people here. So these could be different people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, you'll like them. They play a lot, but they don't do a great job of expressing their emotions unless they want something. You know what I mean? Like they want a relationship, but like they may just want kids, because we got the 10 of Cups and then the Page of Cups. So they may just want children, and that may be the relationship that you guys have, where they just try to use that as a bond to stay connected to you, because that's what the Death is in reverse. Like they stick their little hooks in you. All right, so you guys need to know that they stick their little hook in there, and which might likely be kids, money, business, some type of venture like that. Same thing, just to try to stay attached to you guys. You guys may have a what they call a non-traditional family or non-traditional household, or it could be a blended family. So maybe they already have kids. So it could even be a blended family, and then you're just bringing your little crumb snatcher along, or they're bringing their little crumb snatcher along, and then there it is. All right. All right. Anyway, signs could be Aries, Scorpio, Aries, Aquarius. They could be they're about your age, but they can also be younger too, because we do got the Page and we got a Knight. So these are about your age, either your age or younger than you. And if not, they have a good like sense of like youthfulness to them. You know what I mean? Like they care about their appearance. So this is somebody who could be very vain. That's what you need to know. They're very vain. All right. And they dress up really nice too when they're trying to win you over. Very persuasive. All right. So we got Pisces, Aries, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and for a little rising down, so Libra, Taurus, Cancer. Yeah. All right. So that was for Capricorn. All right, so Saggy. All right, Millennial Tarot. So Sag, how will you know you met the one? You said you had 3 crumb snatchers. They still eat off my plate. You feel me? I only got 1, but she know, hey, don't eat off my. You better ask me before you mess with my stuff. Now, if I had 3, I probably couldn't combat that. I had to eat in the dark, you know what I mean, or eat in the bathroom where they can't see me. Turn the shower on and go and sit on the toilet and eat, so they don't know that I'm eating my snacks. I can hide my snacks from my 1, but if I had 2 more, I'm like, oh gosh. Every time the bag open, like if I open chips right now, my dog will come in here and think he's gonna get a chip. He don't even eat chips. I throw a chip down the ground, he just smell it and walk away and piss me the fuck off. Because why would you have me waste my food for something that you're not even gonna bite on? You know what I mean? But hey. All right, so Sag, how will you know that you met the one? All right. Oh, okay. This may be at like a guy's trip, girl's trip. You may meet them on a vacation, on a travel, on a trip. They just be like in a celebratory energy or celebratory event. You know what I mean? So they may be a drinker. They may be like a class. I was gonna say a classier person. So this could be a Aquarius. They give off like a classy vibe. You know what I mean? Very chill, very easygoing, great talker, smooth talker too. You know what I mean? Smooth talker. Like you can just talk to this person almost for hours. So that's what you're going to like about this person. Like we could chat from the rip. Oh shit, I like that. You talk about that too? Like you guys could just talk about off the wall shit or about anything, and they can just talk about it. They can hold a conversation about anything. You could have talked about your socks having holes in it, and they'd be like, yeah. He said, Looney Stingy, we know he's not sharing no seafood bowl. That's a fact. Because my birthday about to come up. Ain't nobody getting nothing. 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 All right, so 10 of Cups. So, all right, 10 of Cups. You'll know this person. So they may have a large family. It's Ten of Cups in reverse too. So they may have a large family, or they may have recently moved on from a past relationship when you guys encounter them. So it's maybe somebody who's like trying to change how they maybe how they were raised at one time. So like maybe they came from a broken family or a broken household, or this is somebody who being left from a relationship when they come towards you. You know what I mean? There's also somebody who doesn't like to express how happy you are, like how happy you make them. They may have the like not outdated views about relationships, but they may have like I'm gonna say futuristic views about connections, because we got Ten of Cups in here, which means that they want the perks of a relationship. They don't want a relationship. They're more about like they want like a boyfriend girlfriend vibe, but they don't want a relationship. They just want you to like be around sometimes, maybe for comfort, maybe for intimacy. You know what I mean? Maybe just for company. You know what I mean? So they may also want a blended family for some of y'all though. If they do want a relationship, they may have kids already, so they may want a blended family, because the Ten of Cups is here, which means that they maybe already had a relationship. Like they already had a long-term relationship and they're moving on from it. So they may be carrying some baggage, because that's what the Six of Swords is. They may be carrying some baggage from a previous relationship, and they may be trying to escape from a previous relationship, trying to, you know, maybe blend in with you. You know what I'm saying? They try to move in with you guys kind of quick too. You know, but it'll be pretty easy. It'd be a smooth transition. So if they're leaving from one relationship, they're moving right into you very easily. And you may not even really pay attention because they're great at talking. You know what I mean? So you may kind of like sympathize with them, like, oh, okay. Oh, you left from him, he was abusive, or you left from her, she was using you. I understand. So you may kind of feel this way about this person. They may also be an intimidating, or I would say an entertainer. All right. The entertaining could just be like they entertain you. Like they may be funny, always have like, you know, sarcastic shit to say. Very entertaining. Very entertaining. You know, attractive too. So that for some of y'all, because we got the Emperor here, they could be older. And because we got the Emperor in reverse, that means they have outdated, again, what I was going to say earlier was when I seen the Ten of Cups in reverse, I was thinking they have outdated views around relationships. And now we got the Emperor here next to the Ten of Cups. So they do. They have outdated rules and regulations when it comes to relationships. So this is somebody who tries to rule with an iron fist, but they're really fun. So like they may be flip-flop back and forth at times where they try to be serious about shit, like let's say gender roles, who pays what, who's the masculine or leader in the relationship. They try to do that, but they also try to like bring a lot of fun into the relationship. This is somebody who can get shit done too. They'll probably get shit done. Now, they may come from another city, though, because we got the Emperor here, and this one has to do with charting a new path, but I always think of it as being another city. And I wanted to say Philly, but they may not be from Philly. You know what I mean? They may not be from Philly. They may just be from a major city, but they may not even be from a major city. They could be anywhere, you know what I mean? Like maybe they just came from another area, possibly, you know, because sometimes in the Page of Wands could be somebody who's a traveler. So they could be an explorer. They're always in self-exploratory mode. So there's maybe somebody who's like after a long-term relationship is starting to get to know themselves again. So they may see this as like fun at first, you know, because you're not doing what I think you need to do. Because one is somebody who has like these old traditional but outdated, like, you know what I mean, like a 1950s or a 1920s type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like damn, pop up. Women can vote these days. You know that, right? You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I mean? Men can like get manicures or some shit. Like they kind of have like gender roles or certain things that rules, like men need to do this, women need to do this. This is the right way to do this. They listen to like new age music. You know what I mean? So that's something too. They listen to the new age music. So like this is somebody who's older. For most of y'all, they're gonna be older. And if they're, so it's gonna go in this way. If they're older, they listen to like the music that's for the young kids now. They like that music. If they're younger, they like the oldies but goodies type of music. They like older music. And this is somebody who's always in their feelings, because we got this Eight of Cups in reverse. So this is somebody who's always in their feelings, but doesn't really know how to like let shit go. So they be holding grudges, because that Six of Swords is the first indicator they be holding grudges. Because it's somebody who has baggage, but like they just try to act like it's not nothing. They don't really care. So some of y'all, like I said, they have kids already. You know what I mean? It could be 3, 4. It may not be that many. It could be 2. It could be 1. They may have kids already. You know what I mean? But they also, if this is a past person, this is going to be somebody who feels like the first time that you guys were dealing with each other, it just didn't get off the ground the right way. It was the bad time. I was young. You were young. You know what I mean? I was holding on to family trauma, family experiences. You know what I mean? And they may have went out into the world, experienced stuff, and was like, this isn't it. And they realize that there's a little bit of them that's missing because you're not around. So this would be somebody who comes back around and tries to repair the connection between y'all. And this time they're trying to change it into their perspective, or change it change it back into where it seems more beneficial for them. So it could be a Gemini. Yeah, Ten of Swords. This is somebody who you had some type of ending with. They just kind of hang around. You guys may interact with each other, maybe because of kids. So maybe you were once in a relationship with them, but you still have to interact with them for kids. You get what I'm saying? Or you still have to interact with them because there's something between y'all that you guys still never like got rid of or got done with. You know what I mean? So I would say they may have a tattoo, like a chest tattoo, if it's a man, or even if it's a woman. I guess women can have chest tattoos. They may have like a chest tattoo or something like that, or they like tattoos or into tattoos or something like that. Or they have a tattoo on their back, like up on the higher part of the back. So that's also there. They may have also had like an addiction, gambling addiction, or this is somebody who likes to like take a chance. You know what I mean? Like, so this may have been at somebody at one time who was like always looking for the next best thing. You know what I mean? They were always looking for the next best thing, like the next best relationship, the next best job. They're always looking for like a big win. You know what I mean? So this is somebody who always is like guaranteed that something big is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So now this, like I said, this would be a relationship where they move in very quickly between y'all. So if they left a relationship between you, I mean, prior to you, this relationship is going to smooth sail straight into another connection. So straight from your house, straight from their house, from whoever house they were staying at, straight into your house. You know what I'm saying? You know. Oh man. So yeah. Anyway, this is somebody who just gets weighed down by their feelings a lot. So they like entertainment. They like going out. They like drinks. They like, it's like, you know, show me something. They want to see something. They need experience. They need something to keep them like, what's it called? Keep them busy or keep them distracted in a way. Like, this is somebody who wants to be distracted from their emotions. So at first you're going to probably feel like you can't take them serious because all they do is play and all they want to do is be entertained and all they want to do is have fun and, you know, maybe go to the latest parties or go to the most events or, you know what I mean? Like, they leave stuff lingering. And then in the beginning stages, maybe somebody, like I said, at first, they don't really respond to you in the way that you would want them to respond. Because we got the Wheel of Fortune reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So they don't respond to you how you want them to respond. They don't emotionally give you the feeling of like reassurance, and you don't really feel like they're really connected to you. I don't really get them being a homosexual. I don't see that. But they could be at a bad stage in their life because we do got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So they could be in a bad stage of their life. They could have recently left a relationship because the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Cups in reverse. They could be like, you know, maybe they were living together, but then they had to move out. You know what I mean? It could be anything. They could have been even in an abusive relationship because of the Emperor. So they could have possibly been in an abusive relationship with somebody, or a relationship where this person was taking their free will, like, you know, like really abusing the authority that they had over them, maybe using kids, maybe using money, maybe using resources. So they were like in a more abusive relationship, or they were more of an abusive partner in the past, where they would take advantage of situations that you gave them. Maybe you gave them authority and power and control in the relationship and they abused it. So you may be like, you may still be holding a grudge with this person. So if it's that, then it's that. But anyway, signs could be dealing with, could be Aquarius, could be Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sag. You said you make them sound like roughnecks. Who need to be emotionally available? I know you know, it takes a little while. Sometimes you gotta give them some time. See, Mizzo, you can't just rush them into being ready. You gotta give them a little bit of time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm one of those people where we can't just rush into relationships. Like, you gotta take your time, Slim. We gotta relax. Let me get to know you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't just be, you know what I mean? You'll fuck up trying to leave a relationship to try to rush into one with me, because now you on hold for a little while, because that was not what was going on. You gotta listen to the elevator music. This is not, that's not how it worked with me. I need to know you. I need to know you. All right, so let me shuffle these out. I thought I seen the card that was flipped around. Oh yeah, I did. There it goes. I knew it. All right. So he's on Scorpio. Scorpio. He said, meet a guy. His ex-girlfriend took his car. Her name was apartment. Said, "Sir, go get your woman back." Nah, you say she got the car and apartment in his name. He ain't about to go get her back. It's over. She already moved another guy in there. What y'all saying? What you say? Yeah, I'm used to. Yeah, I know you a Sag, man. Y'all like to rush. You like my cousin in a way. That's why I'm kind of fond of you, because you remind me of my cousin. Same vibe. My cousin be rushing. He done been engaged like 3 times already to the same 2 women. I'm surprised he ain't try to get married again or try to get engaged again. I think he just likes it for the experience of like, say, I was engaged before, you know what I mean? And then he may get married just to say he was married before, you know what I mean? So you know, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's like they like the experience. He likes the experience of like, you know, being romantic at some point, having a girlfriend, and we live the wife life. You know what I mean? They want the experience, the girlfriend experience. And women, and I've seen Sag women like that too. They like the boyfriend husband experience, but they really just like want their independence. You know what I mean? They need their space. All right, so Scorpio, it could be a Virgo for some of y'all. It's gonna be somebody who depends on you guys financially. This is gonna be somebody who sees, so you guys see for who they really are. Like you, like instantly, you guys are gonna understand who this person is on like a soul level. You know what I mean? Not like the lovers. Like you're gonna be able to see through the person's facade. Maybe they put on is like doing better than what they really are. It could be a Pisces. They may put on an act or appearance of like doing better than what they really are. And this may be a relationship that at first is kind of stagnant. You may let go of them at first because you may feel like this person's a fronter. You're always bullshitting, or you're always trying to put these airs of like shit going well. You know what I mean? Like you may not like them because of that, because this may be somebody who likes like the appearance of looking like things are better or looking at things in a way that is unrealistic. You know what I mean? They have also high unrealistic expectations too. Could be a Capricorn. They're very stubborn, very like controlling, possessive, maybe even kind of frugal. Four of Pentacles can also be selfish, but they're materialistic. So that's kind of confusing there. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they want to keep you. This would be somebody who wants to keep you around, maybe for material goods, or wants to keep you around because they maybe they have money. They have control issues though. That's what you need to know. They have control issues. So either they keep you around because you have money, or you'll want to keep them around because they have money and because they have stability. You know what I mean? So it's one of those, like this person gives you more like a foundation. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I could fuck with this person. You know what I mean? So with the Hangman in reverse, this means it's going to be a person that you're going to end up, like maybe you say in the beginning you didn't really like this person, maybe because you were looking at them in a certain way. You had expectations on how this person needs to show up. And maybe over time, this person changes into the version where you start to realize like, oh, like, because like sometimes like that, what they call it, the rose tinted glasses come off when the Hangman's in reverse. So it's like, I stop seeing things in this unrealistic fairy tale land, and I start realizing like, oh, I need this person in my life. You know what I mean? Or this is going to be somebody who's going to realize that about you. You know what I mean? So one of those things happen. Either you start looking at this person for who they really are, or they're going to start looking at you for who you really are and realize I need to keep this person in my life. You know what I mean? Yeah, Two of Cups. So it could be a Cancer. All right. So there's going to be somebody who's going to be very sacrificial to you. So this means they'll sacrifice money. They'll sacrifice resources. They'll sacrifice their status. Oh, yeah, Knight of Cups. They're really romantic, and they're really picky, funny style, sometimey, annoying to me in that way. You know what I mean? But maybe I could be the Capricorn because I could be sometimey sometimes. Like I be telling you all the time, like some days I'm romantic. Other days, leave me alone like a cat. Don't come around here. Don't call me. You texting too much. Oh, leave me. So this person's kind of like that. Where it's like, oh, leave me. You know what I mean? But I guess because the Hangman is here, it means that after enough time of observation that you just start to get this person. You're like, I see. So that you awaken to this person. You start to realize this person on a deeper level. So at first you may be closed off to them. They may be closed off to you. But I guess either they're very persistent or you're very persistent, because the Knight of Cups is a very charming, romantic. They know what to say to get you to open up. So at first this person is like very like chatty. You know, they're like this. And Knight of Cups is not really a chatty cup. Oh, because we got the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so it could be another Scorpio, but it's because they have a lot more emotions than what they want to let on. So this is somebody who tries to pretend that they're not really as pressed or as emotionally like into the relationship as they are. You know what I mean? So this is somebody who also has these expectations on how you need to show, how you need to be, but they really love you unconditional. They just don't want, I guess it's maybe because the King of Cups sometimes is somebody who doesn't want you to know how deeply they care. They don't want to care more than you. But this can be somebody who does care more than you. They just don't want to seem like they care more than you. You know what I mean? So they play this game of being sometimey, of being fickle, of like withdrawing or withholding love and affection and gifts and generosity when you're not doing what they expect you to do. So this is somebody who does have unrealistic expectations of who you are or of like how relationships could go, but they love you the same. You know what I mean? So they just love you regardless. They don't really know why they love you. They just love you. You know what I mean? Even if you don't really fit the picture and the bill of what they expect you to fit, this would be somebody who just loves you. They love you through thick and thin. So this would be somebody who holds on. All right. This would be a partner who holds on, but they may detach and seem like they're not really there with you. You know what I mean? But they're there. They're there. But they just seem like they're not, but they are. You know what I mean? Because they try to make that appearance. Like sometimes Knight of Cups could be an actor. So can the King of Cups. So they may kind of put on this appearance of like not really being there for you, not being as emotionally receptive to you anymore, not caring about your feelings anymore. But yet they be doing shit for you. You know what I mean? But they do shit for you when they want you to know, like, I'm here. Nobody gonna care about you like I care about you. You know what I mean? So they in that type of vibe. They think that you know what I mean, them being around for you, it's like almost like a consistency type of thing. But it's like when I'm around for you, nobody else is around for you. Like I'm around for you. So it's one of those. Thank you there, Pentarina. So it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This is gonna be somebody who's gonna want to get married. They may want a private marriage though, or like a private ceremony, because we got 6 of Wands in reverse. So they may not want a lot of people in your business, or might not want a lot of people knowing, like, you know, your wins, your victories. It's somebody who's like they get status and like wins, but they don't like always like share it with the world. This is somebody who like maybe that could be, I don't know, because we got the King of Cups. They may be a philanthropist. They may be good at business, maybe good at like having money, but at the same time, they don't necessarily, let's say, connect to people in that way. Like they don't like to like let people know like what their left hand is doing. They do want a relationship, but they also, like I said, they want this to be like a low-key relationship. So like y'all may be married, but like we don't need to tell everybody we're married. Or we need, like, I don't know. So maybe for some of y'all, this may be like part of their business. Like maybe they're a TV personality, or maybe they're a governor, or a senator, even police. They kind of want to keep your, not your identity quiet, but like they want to keep the relationship away from public, from the like the prying eyes of public. So I kind of feel like they're popular in a way, or something like that. They don't like a lot of attention. They don't like a lot of like recognition from people. They like it, but they don't like it. You know what I mean? So like they may do something that gets a lot of attention, but they don't like it. Like when people are talking about them, gossiping about them, bringing up whatever business they got going on, it like gets to them. It affects them in a negative way. So, you know what I mean? This maybe somebody at one time you felt like they shaded you, or you may felt like they kind of like stunning on you, or acted like they were better than you, or this person acts like they're better than people. Because the 6 of Wands sometimes could be somebody who's conceited. So, and then we got Knight of Cups here. They are attractive in that way, but they may be like conceited. You know what I mean? Because sometimes the Knight of Cups go like they don't show up in the way that I expect them to show up. Like physically, they can be attractive, but they don't show up in the way that I expect them to show up. You know what I mean? So like you may like them, but like maybe they're not like the IG baddie, or maybe he's not like a model, a male model, or like, you know, tall, lean, or whatever the case you may like. He may not be exactly like that, but like, you know, they do well enough for who they are. And this would be somebody who loves you guys unconditionally. You know what I mean? Unconditionally. So, I don't know. I guess they're going to win you guys over at some point. You get me? I'm a Capricorn Capricorn. A January Cap. So sometimes you guys could be dealing with Pisces, Capricorn, Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Leo, or Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, we love that too, don't we? They just don't want you to know that they love you unconditionally. They want you to think that like you on thin ice with them. They don't want you to think that it's going so sweet. Yep, just around the corner. Oh yeah, happy birthday to the Capricorns. I forgot. Dang. I forgot. I'm sorry, y'all. I told y'all I don't care about birthdays like that. I do, but I don't. Like on my birthday, just like tell me happy birthday, okay, and get on get. You ain't even gotta get me nothing, unless you're gonna give me some crab legs. You can always give me crab legs, or you can always give me money too. Money is always good. That you can never go wrong with money. But like if you didn't give me a gift, I don't care either. Just say happy birthday and keep it pushing. All right. So anyway, what we got? 8 of Wands. So Libra. It's gonna be somebody who's a good communicator. This may be also somebody who's a traveler. They may drive a motorcycle or a bike. Or it just seems like they maybe live more like an adventurous lifestyle. It could be a Sag that you guys are dealing with. You like the way that they talk. So they may have an accent, you know what I mean? And I was thinking like a Western accent, or like a Texas accent, or like it could even be down south. But if it's not down south, then it's like a quick pace accent. So maybe they talk very fast, you know what I mean? So maybe they come from a city, you know what I mean? Or it's something about the accent they have. Normally when it's upright, it's a fast, communicative talking. And you like the tone. You like the way they speak. You'll like that. You know what I mean? So, let me see. 10 of Swords. All right. So it's maybe a relationship where you guys kind of keep going over the same pattern. You know what I mean? But I guess at the end, the worst of the situation is over. You guys are good at talking, having uncomfortable conversations. They know how to communicate harsh truths or like difficult conversations in a more pleasant way. And it's somebody who also doesn't get bothered by the stuff that you say. So you can say all type of wild stuff to them, and they don't really get like offended. They don't really care. They're like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like they don't really get bothered by the stuff that you say. Probably because they like the way that you talk too. You know what I mean? Like this is somebody who maybe is always on their phone, or you guys are always texting them. They're very patient with you. Could be a Taurus, could be a Gemini, could be a Sag. They're very patient with you. Like, you know what I mean? You could, like the shit you do, nobody else would have got away with it with them. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe you guys keep going through the same hardship patterns because it seems like it'd be somebody that you guys are already interacting with. If it's not somebody that you guys already interact with and it's a newer person or you're getting to know this person, then the Ten of Swords means that you intimidate this person with the way that you communicate. You're very good at talking. So you intimidate them because they find you to be very intelligent and they don't think nothing gets past you. So this would be somebody who, and you may feel the same way about this same person because they may be intimidating to talk to because the way they communicate and the way that they talk seems like this person got some smarts. You know what I mean? Or seems like this person's had some world experience. So you're like, damn, I can't pull the stunts that I would have pulled on JJ back there or Cindy Lou back there. I gotta wisen up around this person because they be listening. You know what I mean? Like they're very perceptive. You know what I mean? You know, not too much gets past this person. Yeah, look, King of Swords. So it could be a Capricorn, could be an Aquarius. All right, this is gonna be a past person for a lot of y'all, or somebody who you guys have interacted with, worked with, done something like that. They're very supportive, and this is somebody who maybe you guys are holding a grudge with, because we got Six of Swords in reverse and Ten of Swords. So it's maybe somebody who you guys are holding a grudge with. They may come back around toward y'all and try to work things out with the Three of Pentacles, try to work things out, and then the Three of Wands, which means that there's growth and expansion. They see a future with you guys. So there's maybe somebody who you guys see a future with, and you guys just got to get on the same page. You guys got to let go of maybe previous relationships, previous grudges. There's maybe also somebody that you guys maybe once worked with who left the job and became their own boss or some shit like that. Or this would be somebody who talks you into that, leaving your job, becoming a boss. They may like hype you up in that way. Like the way they talk makes you feel like anything is possible. You stop seeing limits. You stop seeing like limitations to life. You start looking at the world as a whole, like, okay, I can do this, I can do that. So for some of y'all, they're very entrepreneurial because we got Three of Wands, which means that they could be doing like shipments, or maybe they were once like a sailor because I got a lot of boats and a lot of water. So maybe they were once a sailor, or once they had a cruise recently, or they try to go on a cruise, or they want to take you on a cruise, or they do a lot of trip traveling. It gives a lot of trip travel, or they go places. Like they've seen shit. That's what I'm trying to say, because we got the King of Swords here, which means that they've seen stuff. They have some type of life experience, and they've learned from other people's mistakes, and they've learned from their mistakes. Because the Ten of Swords is right next to the King of Swords. So this means it's somebody who no longer goes through the bullshit that they go through. This is a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman. Even if they're young, they just have this intimidating demeanor about them. And very cold. You know what I mean? I got the Wands. I got all swords, and then we got Pentacles. No cups. No cups. No cups. Now, for some of y'all, this may be somebody who you guys are juggling, or they may be juggling you, because it seems like this is somebody who can attract partnerships very easily. So they may be very attractive. You know what I mean? And talking to them is kind of difficult at times because you guys may still keep going over the same hurdles, the same obstacles, the same hardships. You know what I mean? But this would be somebody who can like help you over hardships by the way that they talk to you. So the stuff that they say to you, like it gives you clarity about issues, hangups, wherever you were struggling at. This is somebody who can help you progress and help you like see the results of the stuff that you were working for, or see the results of the things that you were going towards. You know what I mean? They can make your path a lot more clear to you. That's who it is. They're like the instructor. They're like a teacher or a spokesperson, or they just like whenever they say stuff, people listen to them. They give like an emperor vibe, but they're a King of Swords. So this may be somebody who was once divorced for some of y'all, or was once in a long-term relationship, so they could sometimes still be very bitter, or they compartmentalize relationships, where it's like they compartmentalize people. Like if they see you do like a repeated pattern of doing something, they're like, oh, that's who you are. They could be a boss because we've got Three of Pentacles here. They could be a boss. They could be somebody you guys work with. They give like this entrepreneurial spirit or an enterprising spirit, where they're like always thinking about what's next. So there's maybe somebody in communication is always thinking about what's next. And this would be somebody like if you guys are texting or talking, they leave you on red a lot. You know, they may take a little while to reply too because of the Six of Swords. They may take a little while to reply. Like they may be always busy or always doing something. This is somebody who likes to be productive. They need to be doing something. You know what I mean? Like even if they're just twiddling their thumbs, even if they're just folding clothes, even if they're just washing dishes, they need to do something. This is somebody who kind of needs to be busy, but not really busy. Like they ain't gonna just do whatever. They need to do something that's gonna make something productive or make practical sense for why they're doing it. So like if they're bored, then they might, I don't know, rearrange the seasoning cabinet. You know what I mean? Or they might clean out the drawers or some shit. You know, they do something that adds value to the relationship. That's what this person is like geared towards. And they're very perceptive. They listen very well. So you won't really get shit past this person because they listen. And the King of Swords is somebody who pays attention to patterns. So this is somebody who's going to always listen to you and always pay attention to what you do. So that's why I say they be judging people, because the King of Swords is a judgy person. So they be judging you. Fuck what you talking about. What are you doing? That's who this person is. And they're very cold like that. Like, fuck what you're talking about. What are you doing? That's what matters. I see what you're doing. You're not doing it. So they can be harsh and critical and judgmental at times with you as well. And it takes them a little while to let go of those grudges on you too. You know what I mean? You have to do something for them to let it go. So for instance, say y'all beefing or y'all having a little argument, then you need to like maybe bring them a gift, or you need to do something for them that they may have asked you for in the past. You know what I mean? So let's say they asked you to take the car to go get an oil change. Take the motherfucking car to go get an oil change. Or she asked you to, I don't know, could you wash the dishes or something? Or she asked you to do something, or he asked you to do something. Do that shit now. Before you come back around to them, or before they come back around to you, they're going to do something like that. For some of y'all, they're going to do something like that. They're going to do something that can add value to you. And for some of y'all, they may be leaving from a previous relationship, or they may have just recently transitioned from a long distance area because of the 3 of Wands and the 6 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. That usually has to do with adapting to environment changes. So there's maybe somebody who's like foreign or like from a different area, or you're gonna have to like get adapted to this person, because like it kind of gives like an uncertainty when dealing with them, because you may also be wondering like, because 3 of Wands is here, sometimes it can be distance. You know, so you may be wondering like, how far can this go? Is this really like based in like reality, or is this more like for passion, excitement, sex, entertainment? You may kind of feel that way about this person at first, but you may also take them very seriously because of how they carry themselves. You know what I mean? They may seem like they're not for bullshit. They're not fitting to play with nobody, and they ain't fitting to play with you, but they do, and they will, but it just doesn't come that way at first. I guess their way of playing could be harsh, could be a little cold. So you like maybe the stuff that they say, you need tougher skin. So yeah, this is somebody who you can't be like sensitive with. Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. Can't be too sensitive with this person. But you guys are air signs, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem for y'all. All right. Signs you guys could be dealing with could be Sag, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Aries, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini. A lot of air signs. You guys are dealing with a lot of air, earth energy. So people who would build stability with you, if you guys could get good conversation going, you may have an issue with that. All right. So Virgo, I spoke Russian to him, see how racist the cops are. See how racist the cops are. Grudge for grudge. He's like a little girl. Grudge for grudge. I feel you. How come y'all only ones that get to hold on to grudges? I don't understand that. Like, for instance, say someone had killed somebody that I care about. I can't hold that grudge. There's only like, you know what I mean? Like, we're judging for when people get to hold grudges and how people respond to like being hurt. That kind of annoys me. You triggered me there. Because as a kid, people would tell me, you don't have a right to be upset or be sad. That used to pop me a lot. I got a right to feel how I want to feel. No matter how long I hold on to it. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying you were saying about me, but it just triggered me for a minute. Because like, that's how it be. Like, if we're not really open to other people's feelings and emotions, you don't always got to be that way. But like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not willing to be open to other people's feelings and emotions, like, why are you with them? Why even consider them if you don't care about their emotions or their well-being? Virgo, who is it? Oh, a very nurturing, loving person. Little girls hold on relationship grudges. Women do too. Grown women do too. I know a lot of grown women that got grudges because y'all just stopped talking to people. But it's going to be somebody who's very loving, unconditional. Could be a Cancer. All right, it's going to be somebody who also understands you. They just get you from the onset, from the rip. They get you. You may not get them, but they get you. They know where you're trying to get to in life. So it's maybe somebody who already has a child or somebody who's going to want children. You're going to know this from the rip because they give off a more nurturing, understanding, compassionate vibe. They like to do stuff for you. They want to show up and help. You know what I mean? It's giving that vibe. You know what I mean? So it's somebody who's like slow to like open up at first, but like when they do, they're really like letting the floodgates out. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let me see. Okay. So there's maybe somebody who doesn't like to keep the status quo of like relationships, their previous relationships. They may be somebody, for some of y'all though, this may be more like this can sometimes be what they call a mistress for some of y'all. So y'all may be a mistress to this person, or they may be a mistress to you. I don't know how the game plays. Don't really matter. All right. They may also be somebody who you guys kind of feel like is off limits or you should not be dealing with because it gives that vibe. You know what I mean? It gives that vibe of like, maybe I shouldn't be seen with this person like in public. They're very loving and understanding, but something about them just doesn't go along with like societal views of what's considered right. Now, for some of y'all, this could be a same-sex relationship because the high priestess can sometimes be same-sex or like questionability about their sex. So this may be somebody who you guys once questioned their sexuality at one time, where you were kind of wondering like, are you kind of like, because they're like feminine, even if it's a man, they're kind of feminine. You know what I mean? Could be a Virgo, could be a Taurus, could be a Pisces. They kind of give off a very feminine vibe. They're very nurturing, very understanding, they do stuff that men don't do. So this may be like a, I don't know, I'm just gonna say a cross-dresser. But they don't have to be a cross-dresser. They just maybe like, what do they call it, metrosexual? Where like he's like more feminine than you. He kind of cares more about his appearance. He cares more about his aesthetic than you. But like if it's a woman, she may be very masculine, but like also very nurturing. Like she's maybe like, just like she doesn't try to fit into societal views of prettiness or of attractiveness. So she may be a little heavier set. She may be very skinny. She may be very pale. She may be very dark. Whatever is like attractive in your area, they could be attractive, but they have their own little traits that don't blend in with everybody else. They're not trying to keep up with the Joneses in terms of like their appearance, you know what I mean? So they have like this attractive sense to them, but they're not trying to keep up with the Joneses, you know what I mean? Now, it can also be sometimes, well, that's the other way around with the High Priestess upright. That's usually somebody who tries to hold on to unrealistic beauty standards. This is somebody who does not try to keep up with the unrealistic beauty standards or unrealistic handsome standards. Like even though they take care of themselves, they're not trying to like be anybody else. This is somebody who's gotten over imposter syndrome. They may work a lot though, and they may not really tell you what they do for work or how much they make work, or like they may kind of like, you may not really know their schedule. There's a lot of stuff about this person that you don't know, but like you may not really care because this person just really like genuinely cares for you and they're very generous or very giving to you. This is to be somebody who like sacrifices for you at times where it doesn't really make sense for them to sacrifice for you, but they just do. They just will, you know what I mean? And at first they may not put in a lot of effort, or you may feel like they're not putting in a whole lot of effort to really get the connection off the ground. You know what I mean? You may feel like they're not doing their job or their position, or they're not being who, oh yeah. You're going to feel like this person, because we got King of Wands in reverse. You're going to feel like this person has some healing that they need to do, because they're not going to fit into like what you're doing. So maybe they have like a different sexuality than you in a way, or the way that they express themselves sexually is different than you. So maybe they have like these freaky kinks. You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking that with the King of Wands and this High Priestess in reverse, they may have like kinks, freaky kinks. You know what I'm saying? They're very attractive though. Very attractive. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say that. And then it could be an overachiever as well. But like this is somebody who doesn't try to fit in with the in crowd. They do their own thing. They do their own little thing. You know what I mean? You got 3 different people here too. And again, we got the 8 of Wands. So that means that they got good communication skills, but they're also very like chatty and very informative at times. They may stay at a distance, or they may be always a traveler. Vacation, you may meet them on a vacation, because we got the 6 of Cups. I mean, we got the Chariot, the Sun, and the 8 of Wands. So you may meet them on vacation. And again, they're not going to be your usual type. This is not going to be what you call your usual type. And at first, you may not be attracted to this person like in the way that would like normally make sense, but they just do something for you. Because that's what the High Priestess is. It's like this person just does something for you. They may not be what you would want them to be. Like maybe they're like I said, darker, lighter, shorter, fatter, heavier, skinnier. Maybe they stutter. You know, maybe they got like a short leg, a short arm. You know, maybe they got like, you know what I mean, like, you know, like a disability. They can even have a disability. You know what I mean? Because like this is somebody who's not going to go along with the status quo of connections, or they're not going to go along with what you've always done when it comes to relationships. This is somebody who's going to get you out of like that type of pattern where you stop dating people for superficial reasons. But you may date this person for more of a superficial reason. Like you may date them because of what they call it. What's that shit where fetish? You may fetishize this person. So like maybe you've never dated a white guy or a white woman or an Asian guy or an Asian woman. Maybe you never dated like outside like of what you've always known to be your norm. It's a fetish at first. So you may not really be interested in it, passionate about it at first, or they may not really be passionate about you at first. Either or. But like over time, this person is going to be like getting used to you being around, and they're not going to want you not to be around. So you probably go on like experiences, travels, trips, because the 8 of Wands and the Sun and the Chariot, you might go on travels, trips. You know what I mean? Just go long distances. You guys may like experience stuff that you probably wouldn't experience had you not got involved. Like they may open you up to, let's say, tarot, astrology, or just like different like worldly beliefs, or different spiritual beliefs, or different like human interactions that you never would have had before. Like maybe they take you to Comic-Con, maybe they take you to Star Trek world, or maybe they take you to, I don't know, like just like they take you around in different groups where you never would have been at before. You wouldn't have interacted with these people before. You're like, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like your friends, or I don't like the people that you associate with. You may kind of see them as kind of weird. You know what I mean? At times, like they're gonna give that. That's what the vibe. You may kind of see this person as weird. You know what I mean? Like I don't think I'm gonna fuck with this person. You know what I mean? They're popular and they're like attractive because we got the Sun here, so you'll like their face and all that, and they'll light your world up because they like the way they talk to you inspires you. It makes you feel like you can do anything. But like, it's just something about them that's like, no, man, no. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you know that they care about you. You know that they're there for you. So it's like, I can't just like not be with them because they care about me. You know what I'm saying? So, and they may feel the same way about you though. So that might be it too. But you guys will eventually start getting vulnerable with each other and getting deeper in a way. And it's because they've been around for a while. You're like, fuck it. You've been here for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's just see what happens. You know what I mean? Because they're a good talker. They're a good talker. You know what I mean? They're used to having a lot of people around them and like not being like not feeling like they need to like fit in with people. They often feel misunderstood with this King of Wands in reverse and this Eight of Cups. They feel misunderstood a lot by people because they're not trying to do what's already been done by everybody else. They refuse to conform to societal views and societal beliefs. You know what I mean? So like if it's a woman, she don't think that she need to be in the kitchen cooking. She feel like she can be a boss, a manager, a boss lady. You know what I mean? She feels she could be seen in the public. If it's a man, this is a man who feels like he can be in his feminine if he want to. You know, he can do stuff that women think men shouldn't do, whatever that is. You know what I mean? So that's what they are. But because they give more of like a very feminine vibe, even though we got the King of Wands, they're masculine. They're masculine, but like they just like err on the side of having strong feminine principles or strong feminine attributes. Even if it's a, like I said, even if it's a man, it's like strong feminine principles or attributes to them. But they're attractive and appealing. You'll like them. You'll just be like, why don't you do what men need to do? And he'll be mad at you if you're a woman, or they'll be mad at you if you're like, yeah, if you're a woman, they'll be mad at you because like, why are you not doing what women should be doing? You know what I mean? So like they'll feel frustrated with you. There'll be anger like that, but they may not openly express it because it's somebody who always tries to speak with love. So they come off passive aggressive when they like want you to do something. You get me? So signs you may be dealing with could be a Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Leo, Pisces, Sag, Leo, Cancer, Taurus. All right. Very forgiving person too. So this would be somebody who will forgive you. You know what I mean? And especially in times when they probably shouldn't forgive you, but they will. You say you got Asian homies. I would not have the patience. I get why men say that. What they say? What we say? Let me look at what you said. What men be saying. Oh, my bad. Lioness Kitty. All right, so Leo. How will you know they're the one? All right, so you may meet them through other people. I've seen the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So you may meet them through other people, through maybe like a competitive job field, or competitive sport, or you may meet them at like an event. You may meet them through friends, common acquaintances. Could be a Taurus, could be a Leo. All right, Seven of Wands. You're gonna feel like this person's a pushover. All right, you're gonna feel like other people kind of walk over this person, or you're gonna feel like you're able to walk over this person. Now, for some of y'all may feel like this person is a waste of time because maybe they don't necessarily put in the work, the effort, the energy that you think they should. You know what I mean? You may feel like they waste a lot of like their energy doing shit that doesn't really matter. So that might be also part of it as well. You may be like, man, the stuff that you're doing, the stuff that you focus on is like a waste of time. So you may judge this person prematurely. All right, could be, yeah, okay, we got High Priestess here. So again, it's going to be somebody who's like, it's hard for you to really kind of know what they're on because they don't really say a whole lot. They don't do a whole lot of talking either. For somebody you don't talk to because you felt like you were wasting your time, your energy. Could be a Taurus, could be a Virgo, could be a Pisces. They're very attractive. Maybe a lighter skin or like a lighter complexion. Even if they're darker, they have like more like a gentler attribute. One that's like, it kind of comes off as like mysterious because they can sometimes seem like they are like feminine, but they can also be very masculine. They're overly confident too. They talk a lot of shit. They're very bold, very blunt. Could be a Sag. Now, for some of y'all, it's going to be a long distance relationship, or it's going to be a come and go as you please relationship. One that you guys maybe keep kind of quiet or keep to yourselves. There's going to be exclusivity with it because of the High Priestess here. So they may be somebody who's a little upper echelon, or somebody who's like gossiped about, talked about much, spoken about much. You know what I mean? They have like, Kiana, he may not have a disability. I just was saying there's like they can have that type of vibe. Woo, everything for everybody. But anyway, so yeah, this would be somebody who listens very well, very keen to details, and this would be somebody who doesn't do a lot of talking about like stuff that's dear to them. They don't really let you know exactly like what's on their heart in the beginning stages, you know. But this is also somebody who accepts you for who you are, regardless. You know what I mean? You may have that issue with them at first, so that's why I kind of feel like you're judgmental. You know what I mean? But you may not be the judgmental. It may be them at first. Maybe they struggle accepting who you are at first. You know what I mean? Where they kind of have an expectation of how you need to be. Like, this is somebody who will want you to keep up with the status quo of things. You need to look like this. You need to act like this. My friends are acting like this, so you need to be like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's that you may act like this for them, or they may act like this with you. It's one of the two. You know what I mean? So this is also going to be somebody who's highly sought after, but they also, because of that, they don't feel like they need to put a lot of energy or effort into relationships. Because, like, if you're not trying to date me, then they're trying to date me. And if you're not trying to date me, then they trying to date me. If they don't want me, then I'll be over here. Like, this is somebody who's like understands human nature and understands what people desire. And so that's why they don't really put no effort or energy into it. And because they're highly sought after by everybody or by a lot of different people, they just be like, all right, you know what I mean? So this is maybe one of these relationships where you may stop putting in the energy, stop putting in the effort, stop talking to this person, maybe go ghost, maybe like become unavailable, emotionally unavailable to this person. And then they come back around and chase you because they don't like you, like, getting attention from other people. They're competitive, and they're also very like possessive over partners when they leave them. You know what I mean? This is somebody who gets angry and gets they get hyped up over jealousy. You know what I mean? So like, if you leave, let's say that you guys were together, then you break up. If it was like one of those relationships, even if you're like dealing with them, you guys may break up and they may leave. But if they see you dating somebody else and it look like you're getting close to somebody else, tell this nigga square up. Hold up. Tell him square up. I'm about to fuck him up. Why is he over here? Why is she over here? I thought I told you. You know what I mean? Like, this would be somebody who gets hyped about you dating other people because they don't like that shit. Like, whoa, you chose somebody else? Hold on. I thought you was comfortable. Yeah. So it's maybe somebody who you guys keep going over the same like obstacles, hurdles, difficulties. It's hard to really talk to this person because they don't really like, they're not emotionally like resonant. Like, they understand what you're saying, but they be acting dumb. Like, they don't get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like trying to get through to a wall. At times, talking to this person is like talking to a wall. Even when you're being harsh and critical with this person, it's like talking to a wall. You're like, I hear what you're saying, but so, like, you know what I mean? Like, and even when you say what you say, they're like, so. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, so this is like somebody who's maybe a money man, money girl, all right, or they're very materialistic. You know what I mean? But like in a more positive, conducive way. So they could be generous, they could be helpful. They may be a business owner for some of y'all. They're very nosy, very chatty. Because I got a Page of Swords here too, so it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You may really like have like low expectations for this becoming something though. You may kind of feel like, you know, for some of y'all, it's gonna be a relationship where you just kind of like kept the hope. You guys had a terrible ending. You didn't talk about it anymore. You guys stopped talking to each other for a while. For some of y'all, this could be like a 10-year separation because of the Ten of Swords. It could be a long separation where y'all guys just didn't talk to each other. And then I don't know if you guys run into each other or whatnot, because a star can sometimes be like once in a blue moon. So like maybe like a once in a blue opportunity, something happens where it just shakes out. Like you just didn't see it happen, where maybe you guys have an uncomfortable conversation and you guys get to know each other or get to understanding each other. Because it's gonna be a relationship where you just feel like you don't get me, I don't get you. It seems like it's a bunch of mind games because the Page of Swords in reverse. We play a bunch of mind games, but there is a desire for this to be the one and only, or for it to be something deep. So it may be a relationship where you guys just talk, chat, maybe have a business, or maybe like intermingle with each other through money, or intermingle with each other through finances or resources or status in some way. So maybe you guys work together in a way or something like that. It's because sometimes the High Priestess can be like a relationship with somebody who's untouchable, or somebody who's really off limits to you. So it's maybe somebody who's like off limits to y'all at some point, or like you just felt like we did this so many times. Like, so if it's a past person, it's gonna feel like you guys have done this so many times and they frustrated you so many times, and I keep going through the same bullshit so many times, but I feel drawn to them and I don't know why. I just feel like I need to deal with this person. You know what I mean? So you just be talking to them. There'll be somebody who gossips a lot. They chat a lot. They probably talk about y'all ill behind your backs when they're not with you too. So they be like judging you too. They be judging you too. So this is somebody who's petty. Tit for tat. You do this to me, I'm gonna do this to you. Tit for tat. Ooh, I know y'all love that. A little feistiness, little arguing. You guys like that. They talk shit. All right, so so for some of y'all, they may have lost a lot of weight, or they may have like had some appearance, like change to their appearances or something like that. They'll want we got 10 of Pentacles. They'll want a relationship, but they'll want it for like more practical means, like maybe to build a business, to have children, to build a family. You know what I mean? Like, they won't really want it for love, because I don't got no cups. This is not somebody who you guys will be with for love. You guys will be together with them because maybe you guys want to build a joint household. Maybe you guys want to have a family. Maybe you guys want to do a business. You know what I mean? And they kind of live the same way that you live, in a way. Like, this is somebody who has like expensive taste, so they be spending big money. They may be somebody who takes on a large fund or a large expense that you have. So let's say that you live together, they pay the rent, you know what I mean? Or they pay the mortgage, or they pay the larger bills, you know what I mean? This may be like a provider for some of y'all. Some. Now, the King of Pentacles is not a provider. He's actually somebody who's going to show you how to make some money. You know what I mean? So this is somebody who will most likely come into your life to help you make some money, help you get stable, help you build up. You can learn from this person because of the Page of Swords. You can learn from this person, or they're going to learn from you. But maybe you guys learn from each other, because they have a whole wealth of knowledge, or a whole, what do you call it? A whole well of knowledge. They have a whole lot of knowledge that just kind of comes out of nowhere. It comes from their experiences, and it comes from them just like trusting their instincts. This is an instinctual type of person. They just do what feels right to them. And that might frustrate you a lot, because to you, it may not make logical sense. Like, why would you do that? But the results that they get from doing it that way, you're like, all right, but I didn't like when you did that. I didn't like when you said that. I don't understand your value. Like, why'd you do that? They live the same way that you guys live, but I guess the way that they communicate it just rubs you the wrong way at times. So, you know what I mean? They're pretty easygoing, though, because we do got the High Priestess and the King of Pentacles. They are pretty easygoing. They don't like to have to put up with, this is somebody who doesn't put up with a bunch of bullshit. And you easily get fed up by them, and they get easily fed up by you. But maybe you guys don't always say it until it gets up to here. And then you guys are like lashing out and saying stuff that like gets under each other's skin, and being petty and playing mind games and stuff like that. So this may be somebody who, like, you know, they know how to trigger you. They know how to get under your skin, but they don't like to be left behind or left out. You know what I mean? So that's the game that they play. They try to leave you out. They try not to talk to you. They try to ghost you. They try to stop conversation, so that, like, because maybe they feel like their words hold much of an impact, or they feel like their presence holds a lot of impact, because it does in other people's lives. In other people's lives, they're like, their presence is like treated as gold. So like, they try not to talk to you, because that's going to make you feel like, oh, well, I don't have Leo, or I don't have whoever this is anymore. So they're going to make you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? They try to make you feel like you're left behind when you don't do what they want you to do. They try to make you feel like you're a redheaded stepchild. No offense to my redheads. All right. So signs you could be dealing with: Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, Leo. All right. They're attractive, y'all. You need to know that. They could be a little bit older than y'all, but we also got younger. So they could be younger than y'all too. And if they're older, then they have more. They've done a great job of like preserving themselves. And so they could be a little bit slimmer. But if they're like, and they could be a little bit slimmer. Like, their clothes maybe not fit on them. So maybe they wear like a lot of oversized clothes, or they maybe buy a lot of clothes, or they've gained weight over, well, that's natural. They gain weight. But I kind of feel like they're aspiring to lose weight, because we got the star here. So for some of you, they're aspiring to lose weight, or working on losing weight, or this is going to be somebody who's going to inspire you to lose weight, or you're going to inspire to lose weight, or something like that. You know what I mean? Something like that. All right. It may just feel like something's missing from that relationship too, though. But you guys will be probably building something for, like I said, more practical reasons. It won't have that emotional fulfillment that you were looking for, but it will get you some status, some money, some resources, some requirements, some stuff that you would like be able to say, hey, Lioness Kitty was here that year. You know what I mean? That type of vibe. Noonie was here. We had kids. We got a house. We left the building. We had parades in our name. We had this, that, and the third. That type of shit. You'll be able to say that with this person. All right, so Cancer, how we know you've met the one? 2 Cups. So this would be somebody who lets it know that they want to be in a relationship with you. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sag, could be a Cancer. This would be somebody who will initiate the relationship between y'all. So they'll let you know, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. You'll find them to be attractive too, because I've seen that 2 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So you'll find them to be attractive too. They'll let you know. They'll be the one that'd be an initiator. So it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Now we got it in reverse. So they may watch you for a little bit. You guys may talk, have little casual conversations where they don't really go too far. They just be listening. And they're very good at listening. They're nosy. So they maybe like spy on you, watch you for a little while, chit chat with you for a little while. They may be a little young-minded. So like the conversations they have could kind of be a little bit like about bullshit, like about gossip, about tea. Little shit. Like, it could be like, for instance, you guys could still send each other reels on social media, You get what I'm saying? And it never really go past a certain point. They don't hold deep conversations, but they have a well full of emotions for you. We got a King of Cups, so it could be a Scorpio. They're very mature when it comes to emotions. So this is somebody who knows how to deal with the feelings and emotions of others, and they know how to deal with their own emotions. So this would be somebody who, like, they can listen to you when you're criticizing them and judging them, and then still just be like, not really care about it. You know what I mean? Like, they don't really take that too serious. Like, you can't really get under their skin, or at least you won't know that you got under their skin. So this is somebody who can deal with their feelings and can deal with the feelings of others. So like when you're frustrated, they be like, babe, what's wrong? Relax. You're tripping. You know what I mean? And maybe you do this for them. Maybe. Yeah, I guess you would do this for them because you're a Cancer. So maybe you guys do that for them too. It could be one of those. All right. They may be a writer, or like have like, I want to say have like nasty writing, handwriting. So their handwriting may be kind of like gibberish or like scribbly. Like they have terrible handwriting, or it's really nice handwriting. One or two. They're going to give you a lot of mixed signals though. That's how you're going to know. They're going to give you a lot of mixed signals. So like some days they're talking and they're very curious and very talkative to you. And then other days they're kind of distant. They're unsure of you. They waver a lot. In like, you know, maybe like one day they'd be like, nah, we're going to do this. And then you say something to them and they change their mind. They're like, oh no, wait, I didn't say that. I meant to, let's do this. They switch their mind. They change their mind a whole bunch of times. Could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. They change their mind a bunch of times. And they give you these mixed signals because one day they want to do this and then the next day they're going to do this. It's like they're good for saying one thing and maybe doing another. So that might be something that like pisses you off a lot, because if you're skeptical of people, this would be somebody who triggers that distrust for people, because they're not always the most honest. They give these little white lies. So there's maybe somebody sometimes who stretches truths for no reason. Like you'd be like, was you just talking to that girl? Because they may be a flirty type of person. So you'd be like, was you just talking to that girl? Was you just talking to that guy? They'd be like, no. But then if you like check their phone, you see that they were doing it. Or if you were like looking at them out the corner of your eye, you see that they were doing it. So like they lied, little white lies sometimes. Sometimes they tell you they were doing stuff that they weren't doing, or they've seen something that they didn't see, or something like that. Sometimes they'll try to make you feel like you didn't see what you saw. So that's part of it too. You know what I mean? Like they play these little weird ass games. And I only say it's weird because like they really could be like straightforward with you, but like this is somebody who's kind of immature. They give a younger vibe. You know what I mean? A younger, fall in love very quickly vibe. So this is like somebody who's going to rush into a relationship with you. Because I told you, again, I've seen that Ace of Wands and that Two of Cups. So this is somebody who knows they want to be in a relationship with you and they're attracted to you, and they'll willingly rush into the relationship very quick. Very quick. Yeah, that's gaslighting. Yeah, it sure is. But they run into this relationship very quickly. All right. So they're open to like a connection, but you may be kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, Knight of Wands. It gives player vibe. All right. But it also just gives somebody who comes in because they find you to be attractive. They try to get you guys to go on trips, adventures. They try to get you guys just to get outside your comfort zone. They try to get you to come outside. Come outside, Cancer. Come outside. You know what I mean? Or let's go here. Let's go there. They also seem to always be on the go, doing stuff, just living life up. They're very boisterous or very loud. Very loud. So maybe they have like a loud laugh, a loud way of talking, a loud way of like texting. So maybe they use capital letters all the time, you know what I mean? Or some shit like that. Because like their handwriting is kind of jumbly. So maybe it's like the way they text, where like, you know how they have like the capital letters and the lowercase letters and the capital letters. You're like, what the fuck is this? You text like a child. So so maybe they have like a lot of misspelled words in their text messages or something like that. Or they have issues with like spelling or pronouncing words, you know, because the Knight of Wands sometimes could be a foreigner. So maybe they have issues like pronouncing words, or like they use words in the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like debilitated. But like I used to date this one girl. She used to say, how she used to say, like she would pronounce words. She'd be like, is that divisible? I'm like, divisible? What is that? She's divisible? What is the divisible? You know what I mean? Like how do I make sense of that? Where were you going with that? So like this may be somebody who's sarcastic. That's a Page of Swords. They may be sarcastic at times or have an issue pronouncing stuff, you know what I mean, or communicating with you in a way that you can understand. So, you know what I mean? It's like they didn't really compose a full thought. So they probably go from one subject to the next subject very quickly without really making sense about the first subject that they were at. Because you got the Sag energy. This is usually scrambled brain type of people. So it's maybe somebody who like goes from one topic, from one subject to the next. So we were just talking about, let's say we're talking about painting a house. And then somewhere in the conversation about talking about painting the house, you start talking about painting the bathroom. We're talking about the outside of the house, Daniel. Why the fuck are you talking about the bathroom right now? So like they can kind of like get off topic or off subject a lot during conversations. So like communicating with them and getting a clear message is like pissing you off some days. You know what I mean? So they may annoy you in that way, like little minor annoyances with this person. You know what I mean? They're gonna be a fun time though. So this would be someone, like I said, that get you outside your comfort zone. They get you on trips. They get you to like stretch your legs in a way where you probably wouldn't have before. You know what I mean? Because they inspire confidence in you. You know what I mean? And at first you'll be like, I don't think so. Nah. You'll see all the little stuff that you don't like about them first. That's what the Page of Swords is. All the stuff you don't like about them first, you'll see that. But there's like so bold and so pushy and so persistent that over time you just like, oh, all right. It allows you to lower your guard down. You know what I mean? You're like, fuck it. All right, let me just see what you're going to do. But I'm still watching you. Don't do that bullshit. You know what I mean? So like you still watch them, but you may just go along with it because like, well, fuck it. Let's just weigh the pros and cons and see what happens. If it goes well, then I just go along with it. But if it don't, I'm blocking him or blocking her ASAP. So it's one of those. You know what I mean? Yep, Five of Swords. So there's maybe somebody who you always contemplate walking away, leaving, looking for better. You may always feel like there's something better coming before this person. But at the same time, they'll be attractive. But, you know, you just may feel like we can't get on the same page. This person rubs me the wrong way. They talk to me harshly. They can't take criticism. So this is somebody who, like, if you say that you don't like the way they do this, that, and the third, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was the end of the world. Because why would you say that about me? Why would you say that about me? You know what I mean? Like, don't you care about me? This somebody's a gaslighter. We got Five of Swords. This is your gaslighter. This is what we were saying. So we also got the World here. So it's going to be a past experience or somebody that you've run into at some point in your life. So that's going to be hard to kind of single out because sometimes you guys could like always, like, this could be like maybe a foreign person because we got the World and the Knight of Cups. Knight of Wands. So this could be a travel experience that you meet them on. But this could also be somebody who's at a distance. So it may be a long distance relationship. You know what I mean? And if it's a past person, there's a past person that you guys will be like running over the pattern over again. But you may be kind of like doubting or like questioning yourself, like, should I? Because this motherfucker keep doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? With the World in reverse, there's lessons that you haven't learned from this person. So some of y'all is a past person. But for others of you, it's a person who resembles a past experience. Like you've already had it before, but you didn't deal with the lesson the right way. You didn't close the cycle out the right way. You know what I mean? You didn't end that pattern. So maybe you stopped talking to them, but you still have that same behavior pattern that's like still keeping you from getting into other relationships. So it's like that. So it's either a past person coming back or it's a past person and another person's body replaying that same thing that you should have worked through and should have healed through or worked on. You know what I mean? So you keep, it's like these will be people like I said when I was saying in Sagittarius or Capricorn energy, when I was like saying like, hey, anybody could be the one because you could have already experienced the one years ago, months ago, weeks ago. Could have been the guy at the fucking the mall or at the grocery store that you were talking to for 5-10 minutes. Could have even been them. But a lot of times it's like we replay the same patterns from our previous relationships that don't allow us to evolve relationships to the next level. So this is going to be somebody who's going to bring that to your attention. Even if it's a past person or a new person, you're going to recognize like, oh, I've been maybe on some player shit, or I've been the one giving mixed signals. I've been the one coming and going as I please. I've been the one misleading people. I've been the one that's been like not taking fault or blame for my mistakes, because that's what the Five of Swords can be too. This may be somebody who does, like I said, doesn't take blame or fault for their mistakes, but this may be also you, and they may be triggering you to see that, to open your eyes to where you're going wrong as well. Because the Five of Swords sometimes like, I don't want to cause any trouble. I don't want to cause any stress or drama. They don't like to fight. They don't like to argue. You know what I mean? They like to say what they say, and then they be on their way. You know what I mean? So like, when you say what you say to them, they be mad. Like, oh, don't say that to me. So they really can't take shit. They got thin skin. This is somebody who like, I guess when you say it, it bothers them. Because everybody else can say whatever they want to say to them. It's when you say it, it hurts. It bothers them. It pisses them off. It makes them want to fight. It makes them want to leave because they can't take it when you criticize them. So you may have more of an influence over them, or they may have more of an influence over you. But this will be a relationship that stops until you guys learn the bigger lesson of the relationship, which everybody has a whole bunch of different relationships. Five of Swords could be about talking, standing up for your beliefs, standing up for what you believe in. The World could be about boundaries. It could be about growing up, evolution. So it may be like a relationship where you guys keep running into each other as you guys grow and evolve. And then you guys just decide, hey, let's get married. It's good, you know what I mean? Because the Sagittarius energy is like spontaneous, impulsive. Just one day through a conversation that you guys have, you guys may have like a little sit down with the Five of Swords where you guys talk it out, clear the air, and then just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it again. I missed you. You missed me. These are my boundaries. These are my expectations. Five of Swords has to do with like a lack of boundaries. In reverse, has to do with a lack of boundaries and you lacking a backbone. I said a backboard. you lacking a backbone. And the world in reverse also has to do with boundaries, lacking boundaries. All right. So this may be what the relationship is about, where maybe you didn't know your place, they didn't know their place, those type of difficulties. Maybe they don't know how to communicate with you. Maybe you don't know how to communicate with people. Maybe you don't know how to take criticism. Maybe they don't know how to take criticism. It's one of those. You guys are learning that together. All right. So it could be a Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Virgo, Sag, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be. Yeah, you could be playing with them, Sydney. I mean, you could play with them if you want. You don't got to. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to. I always say go for the experience. See what can happen. Or just sit alone in the house with the cats. You know what I'm saying? Like when I be cutting off everybody, then I'll be bored. And then I'll be like, damn, maybe they weren't that bad. Maybe they didn't really piss me off that much. You know what I mean? Maybe. And then we have a whole new cycle of new people that come in. And then I play the game again. I'm like, because nobody's going to be perfect. Nobody ever. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got to get over. So one day we will get there. All right. All right, Gemini. All right, so Gemini. How will you know you've met the one? All right. How will you know you've met the one? How will you know? Okay, star. So they may be in the public eye. They may be popular. They may be an artist because we got the Page of Cups too. So they may be an artist. They may be a little bit younger than y'all, or they just look very good for their age. Very attractive. This is somebody who also kind of like is comfortable doing their own thing. They may be a little shy, a little reserved at first around you. So like they may be playful and flirty, but like at the same time, they may kind of come off as like they don't really care if this goes anywhere. And they may kind of just seem like they're just here for the experience. And they may also like be very flattering and, you know, just like telling you that you're cute all the time. They dress up pretty nice. It's somebody who you're going to see as cute. And you're going to feel like they're very endearing too. You're like, oh, I like when you like do this and you do that. Like you're going to feel like they're cute. Like this is like adorable. Oh my gosh. You're going to feel that way about this person. So it could be Aquarius, could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Like it's, and this is what it is. You really like this person being around because it's like pleasant vibes. They're pleasant. So like when they come around, it just feels good that they're here. You're just glad that they're here. Even if you guys aren't like interacting with each other or saying anything to them, you're just going to like having them around. Just their presence in general feels healing, rejuvenating. You're like, yeah, I like this person being here. You know what I mean? They make you feel like anything's possible too. They make you feel like you're limitless. You know what I mean? Like you can just do it, whatever you decide to do. So this is somebody who's always going to encourage you or always kind of like flatter you, make you feel like you're the most beautiful, handsomest, you're the most gifted, skilled person. And they may be very skilled themselves. They may be like, you know, a high achiever or overachiever in some way, but they make you feel like you're that person. You know what I mean? They're going to make you feel like you're their person. All right. Could be a Leo. We got the star and the sun. All right. What was that? How do I get that? What the fuck? It didn't work. All right. I was trying to get the what you calls to work. I thought I was on my Harry Potter shit. It didn't work. All right. They used to do these. It used to be like the fireworks and shit, but they didn't work right now. So I was trying to make it theatrical and like boom bow, but it didn't work. Anyway, so yeah, so star and the sun. This is like so rare. I've seen this. So this may be somebody who's very much a creator, artist, famous, popular, well known. This is somebody who you'll love having around. You know what I mean? Love having around you all the time. So sun and star. I mean, sun and star kind of gives me like a daytime vibe too. So it's maybe somebody who's like used to getting a lot of attention, always in the public eye, always around where people can see them. They have a recognizable face. So maybe like a sudden recognition that you guys have. Where it's like, who shines? Oh, you guys may have like you guys may have little power struggles where it's like, who shines more? You know what I mean? The sun is a star, but like, who shines more? You know what I mean? Like, who gets the recognition? So both of y'all may be very attractive, and it's like, well, who's the leader? Who's the boss? You guys may have that issue, but it also may be a sense of like just going along with it for fun, for the like the entertainment, for the joy, just like because this person just feels good to be around. It just gives you a vibe of like, yeah. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we're together doing this. But you also have a sense of independence with this person. All right, like they're like just, I mean, they're generous, but like they give you little gifts at times. And then other days they're like overboard with the stuff that they give you. You know what I mean? Because they try to win you over with like pleasant gestures and shit like that. So there's maybe somebody who's like over the top at times when they're trying to get your attention. So like maybe you don't really pay attention to them too much. Like maybe you feel like they're like like their ego is inflated. You may feel like they're like too confident, too cocky at first, you know, or you may kind of feel like they're very playful, too childish. You may feel that way about them. You may kind of like be bothered by them seeming like they're too childish or too like playful or too like having their head in the clouds in some way. You know what I mean? So you may not really want to take them serious at first, or they may not take you serious at first. You know what I mean? They may think that you, yeah, because we got the Eight of Cups here, which means that they'll come back around. So for somebody else, going to be a past person, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Aries. So for some of y'all, it's maybe somebody who stays at a distance too. We got 3 of Wands. So they may be a business owner, or they may be an entrepreneur, or for some of y'all, this could be like an ex-drug dealer, or used to be like an ex-gambler or ex-something. This is somebody who used to spend a lot of money, and they have exquisite gifts. They buy you expensive shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes more than what they should be buying. So like, let's say they buy you a car. They buy you a car that has payments that maybe they can't keep up with, but like they want their baby to have it. I want my baby to have that car. I want my baby to have the newest, latest J's. I want my baby to have the newest, latest. So they into that type of stuff. They like the look. They like the appearance. They like the validation, recognition that comes with it. So they have status, and they'll do anything to keep it. You know what I mean? So it's maybe an entertainer, star, celebrity, something like that. They'll do whatever they have to do to keep it. You know what I mean? They ain't fitting to give up on that. They live a more luxurious lifestyle, and luxurious could be anything. Like maybe they got 200 rolls of toilet paper hidden in their bathroom or something. You know what I mean? Like that's a luxury. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't have toilet paper somewhere. You know what I mean? Or maybe they have, I don't know, a Culligan jug in their house or some shit. You know, they just have something that normally a lot of people don't have. So they live like a luxurious life in that way. They do buy stuff that maybe they shouldn't get. And this is somebody who doesn't really want relationships for like the emotional connection, because we got the King of Pentacles in reverse. It's somebody who wants a relationship because of the practical reasons behind it. Like maybe they get to save money. Maybe they get tax exemptions. Maybe we can buy a house together. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like they don't really care about the family connection. They don't give a shit about that. That's not on their mind. What's on their mind is, how do you make me look? You're attractive. You're going to make me look good to other people. We can get a business together. You're good at doing business. Maybe you're a celebrity. Maybe you're a star. You know, maybe you're popular. They care about that status and like the judgment and opinion of others. Like being with you is going to look good for them on paper and social interactions. So that's why they would want to be with y'all. You know what I mean? They may be a little bit lazy too, like this, because the King of Pentacles sometimes can be somebody who's non-committal, but they'll be able to like talk you into it. So it's maybe somebody who, for some of y'all, this could be somebody who had like an early, I don't know, I'm not going to say that. Let me not even say that. I'm not even going to say that. But what I was going to say, I'm not even going to say it. Fuck it. All right, I was going to say they could die early. This could be like pass early in the relationship, or this could be somebody who like had health issues at one time. You know what I mean? Or will have health issues because they may be older. With this King of Pentacles, they may be older. You know what I mean? So that's why they gift you stuff and share with you and do stuff like that with you. You know what I mean? Or you may be older during this time when it happens. So they may be just kind of like around maybe for your inheritance. You know what I mean? Or like whatever. Or you may be around this person for an inheritance. Because the King of Pentacles is a sugar daddy. So some of y'all, this will be a sugar daddy. You know what I mean? Or somebody who's like just very giving, very generous in that way. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they don't die early, but like this may be somebody who you guys are with until death do us part. And that may, you know, in that sense be a marriage. But like maybe you guys aren't really married on paper, because the King of Pentacles in reverse is not somebody who's traditionally married. In reverse, he doesn't want that. Like, you know, he doesn't want to lose his money. He doesn't want to lose his wealth. So for some of y'all, he maybe once divorced at one time already. You know what I mean? And like, nah, I'm not fitting to do that. I'm not fitting to get that up. You know what I'm saying? So it may be somebody like that who either wants to marry you for your rewards, your money, your status, or it's going to be somebody who you want to marry for rewards. And like maybe you want to give to them. You want to share. You want to leave a legacy or leave an inheritance to them or something like that. They may be very attractive. They may be a model because of this star and its sun. They may be a model. Or they may be doing something where they're like just very attractive, easily seen, easily noticeable. Everybody kind of knows them. You know what I mean? They make you feel happy, and just being around them just brings that more like vitalic energy to your life. So that might be why the person likes you and why you like them. All right. So signs: Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and a Leo. They be telling you a whole lot of harsh truths, because this is somebody who like doesn't like to play that game. They don't like to live in fantasy. That's what it is. With the sun and the star, everything's visible. They like to like deal with people for what it is. Like, keep it real. This is what it is, and this is what we on. So that's why I'm saying it's somebody who does not get along with like trying to date for like family and for like for relationships and for love. Fuck all that love shit. Me and you are together because of this. So you have a job, I got a job, blah 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 blah. But you guys have fun and shit too. You know what I'm saying? They are funny. Yeah, they got the sun there. They are funny and entertaining. You know what I mean? Okay, so Taurus. Renita, is you here? Nita. Oh, it's gonna be somebody who's gonna be It's gonna be somebody who's easy to get along with. Could be a Sag, could be a Capricorn. They may be into the health field, or they may be spiritual. They may be a psychologist for some of y'all. They may be into like, I was gonna say they could be into the what do you call it? They could be into like the healing field, but they could psychiatrists, or they just be like for people. They be there for people at times. There's also somebody who you guys may kind of like have like mixed emotions about. Like, you know, you may kind of be unsure if you really want to deal with them. So you may have like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So this would be somebody who really wants to be with you guys for like influence. They may have influence too. So this may be a Scorpio, or they may have like influence that you can use, or you may have the influence that they can use. They may date you for the influence. With the Scorpio or the death energy, it has to do more so with like transference of deeds, titles, loans, karma. So there's a relationship that will go to the next level in some way. So maybe you guys could have kids, or maybe you guys could tie yourselves into through like a business or something like that. There's gonna be somebody who's gonna bring up a lot of intense emotions and feelings between you, and you may, like I said, you may have mixed feelings about them, about why you feel the way that you feel about them, because you're like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like I need to leave this and not like involve myself with it in this way, you know what I mean? So there may be a taboo relationship. So there may be something like, you know, influence status or something like that that could be in between y'all. We got the Lovers here, and we got 2 of Cups in reverse. So this may be somebody who you guys had a breakup with, or they recently have a breakup with somebody else, like where they was in a relationship very long term. And this may, for some of y'all, this may be a taboo relationship where they may still be in a relationship. So they may still be in a connection, but you guys have like, or there's like a distance between y'all where you guys don't really trust each other. You guys are in a relationship, but like not in a relationship. Because we got 2 of Cups and the Lovers in reverse, and then into Death, which would imply that there's probably something taboo or something like off limits or something that's not right about the relationship, so that you guys kind of keep it secretive or hidden. So one of y'all may already have a partner, or it may just be very sexual, but like you feel that there's deeper feelings, but you may not feel the same way about the connection going further between you. You know what I mean? You guys may not come to a clear conclusion about what we should do in terms of like how we can get the relationship together. You know what I mean? Or maybe you guys just feel like you can't have it out in public. Like sometimes status is a part of it, or it being taboo. You know what I mean? So it could be that too. Could be a Cancer, could be a Gemini, could be a Scorpio. Real rap. One time I was being nosy, and I was looking in this girl's phone, and I seen that she had this girl that was eating her out. But she's straight. And I was like, whoa. I never told the girl, but I seen it. I just happened to go through her phone because I needed to use it. And I seen text messages come. And I was like, let me look at this. Let me see what's going on here. So, you know, you got to go to the pictures. You know, then you got to go through the pictures. You got to be in there being nosy. So I was in there being nosy. And I was like, what? Is this a girl-on-girl action? Hold up. Where's my weed? This is girl-on-girl action. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? When I seen that, I was like, damn. But anyway, yeah, it is what it is. So this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. They're a good talker. For some of y'all, they're a spokesperson, or they have like some type of influence where they're able to like get people to assemble. They may be like an activist, or they may just be like very blunt and truthful with people, very straightforward with people. You know what I'm saying? So it's that, you know what I mean? Hey, I ain't even judging them. I ain't judging them. I don't judge them. That was cool. I was just saying, like, my thing be like with men and women, like, don't hide your sexuality. You don't gotta hide from nobody. Who give a shit what we think? Is you getting your nut off or not? That's it. Like who cares? It wasn't me biting that thing, so what does it matter to what I think? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is gonna be somebody who you guys may unexpectedly run into, or you may have like unexpectedly had an ending with them and left them, but there's still like stuff lingering between y'all. This is gonna be somebody who's gonna unexpectedly pick it back up and talk to you guys again. So if you're not talking to them and you guys had a breakup or separation, because there's 2 of Cups, the Death, and the 8 of Cups in reverse, and the Tower in reverse, and the Death the Death upright, it's most likely an intense relationship that you have with somebody where you guys have like maybe shared a past life, or you guys have shared levels of intimacy, which could just be sex, but it don't always have to be sex. Sometimes you can just have like great conversations about like taboo subjects. So even if you haven't like dealt with this person before, you guys can have in-depth talks about stuff that normally people don't talk about. Like they may give you a sense of vulnerability that you may be surprised that you can have with this person. You know what I mean? Because they say stuff that like catches people off guard with this Knight of Swords. This is a blunt speaker. They're very straightforward with people. And they say a lot of controversial shit because of the tower here with the Knight of Swords. They say a bunch of controversial shit where it's like, whoa. Like you guys know Corey Holcomb is? Corey Holcomb be saying some wild shit. Or like Shearer 7 or like Kevin Samuels. Like they say shit like that. So there's maybe somebody who said shit that like catches people off guard, but it also creates like change. This is somebody who's definitely going to trigger you guys a whole lot. And it's most likely by the way that they talk and the way that like you may feel like this person needs to heal because maybe they left from a recent relationship. Like something about it kind of gives you a feel like this may not be emotionally fulfilling in the way that I want. You know what I mean? You may feel like I don't really feel this connection being what I need it to be. You know what I mean? They may seem unpredictable. It may always seem like something's changing in the relationship. Like there's always unexpected changes in the connection. Stuff that you kind of know will happen, but like, you know, it's like when it comes, you don't really know how to deal with it. So it's going to be a relationship that's going to make you have to really process your feelings and your emotions. All right. They're always going to leave stuff like I'm going to say leave stuff up to chance. So this isn't somebody who like plans stuff. They're rather unpredictable. Just whenever they get the notion to do something, they just hop up and do it. You're like, well, now wait, why did you do that shit? You know what I mean? So they probably piss you off a lot because it's like they don't really have a rhyme or reason for why they do stuff. Just kind of seem like they're all over the place in a way. Emotionally, they don't really know why they take action on stuff that they do. They just like they may kind of leave you for their happiness or for their emotional fulfillment. They may kind of lean on you for emotional fulfillment. Like nothing really satisfies them. So like I guess a partnership for them or a relationship for them they feel would be satisfying, but like they don't really keep everything all the way honest with you, or they don't keep it all the way above board with you and in like serious situations. So like maybe there's trauma or there's hurt or there's stuff that's happened. Kind of like how I told you I looked in that girl phone and I seen that shit. Like they don't keep it real with you. There's certain stuff that they try to keep to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like they be having it, but like it be going on. So there's like certain stuff like that. You're like, oh, okay. So they could be doing anything. They could like, it don't always have to be like sexual. This could be like, they could be like a crime lord in a whole nother country. You know what I'm saying? You're like this whole time, or they could have had a family in a whole nother country or a relationship in a whole nother country, or you guys could both be in relationships and then in relationships with each other. You know what I mean? Silently. It could be one of those. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be like any little dynamic like that, where it's something like where we kind of keep the relationship hidden, but we're engaged in it and it's deep. You know what I'm saying? Like they could be anything. I'm just saying like it could be like anything wild like that. It's kind of like otherworldly in a way where it's like that's kind of crazy. Like it's like that. It could like make you kind of look at it like what the fuck is going on here? You know what I mean? So like it don't have to be necessarily sexual and them cheating or any of that. They could just have this other life that you don't know about. You know what I mean? Which could be anything. It could be them having a whole nother family, but it could also be like maybe they was a painter or artist. Maybe they were famous. Maybe they were rich and you didn't know it. Maybe they were like a billionaire's heiress or a billionaire heir. You know what I mean? And they just never told you that, but they just be coming up with money out of nowhere. And you're like, what's going on here? Because the death means that they share with you their influence or they give to you, but like they don't tell you where they're getting it from or tell you how it's coming or why you're getting it. You know what I mean? So it's to be somebody who shares with you guys, but also leaves you lingering at times. The relationship just doesn't always feel emotionally substantial or doesn't feel emotionally connected. You don't always feel connected to this person. But when they come around, then they just like get you back in your feels again. So this would be a relationship where you guys just kind of like linger, hold on to. It's a long-term relationship, but there may be like power struggles with this person. So you could be dealing with a Leo. There may be power struggles with this person because they want you to be what they want you to be and you want them to be what you want them to be. So there's an issue with you guys trying to conform each other to be what you guys would like each other to be. But most likely it's going to be a past person for a lot of y'all. But if it's a new person, you got all the details I can give you on that. All right. So anyway, signs could be dealing with Scorpio, Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo. All right. That was a good one. Okay, let's get over here to Aries. Aries. I'm quite sure y'all should probably have a lot of air signs in y'all's. We'll probably see Aquarius. We'll probably see Gemini. We'll probably see Taurus. And we'll probably see Pisces, Virgo. I bet you. All right, so let's see. Aries. Who is it? Taurus. Virgo, Gemini. I've seen the Magician and I've seen the Six of Pentacles. But anyway, let's see. So this may be somebody who's able to create wealth, money, or able to like increase their status by maybe like creative projects or by like maybe people like to give to them. So maybe they're an entertainer or they're like a home-based business type of person, or like a person who like creates their own wealth, creates their own level ups. You know, they can make it out of anything. They come up with ideas. They come up with plans, and they're very detailed. For some of y'all, it's like a seamstress. I think of like somebody who's skilled with their hands. So like a seamstress, a mechanic, entertainer, and what do they call it? An influencer or a social media content creator, or they do whatever. They can do anything. They could be an architect at times too. All right, so it's maybe somebody who's like just like very skilled, very gifted, has a bunch of different talents, multi-talented, you know, multifaceted is what I mean. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So it's gonna be somebody who takes care of their body. Okay, with a personal trainer. They may be a personal trainer. You may meet them through a personal trainer, or they're like in school. Maybe you know them from school because they're Page of Cups. These are usually people who you're familiar with from like an earlier stage, or like training. Let's say that you start a new job, they're there, or you started in a new environment. That's who you met. You know what I mean? They were there. This may even be like a coworker or like somebody who you guys just like have common interest at hand. All right, they're very cordial, very playful. They may be younger than you, but if they're not younger than you, they just kind of give off a youthful appearance or a youthful vibe. You know, they're not afraid to get their hands dirty. So this is somebody who's not afraid to do the work. They may not know what it entail in a relationship, but this is somebody who's not afraid to like, let's just start a relationship. It's somebody who's not afraid to like do the work of a relationship. You know what I mean? They may not really put a whole lot of effort in the beginning stages, but like, you know, they're willing to put something in. They'll give something. They'll give their all. They're very vain. Ooh, we got Libra. We got Aquarius. We got Capricorn. All right, so there's somebody who's cutthroat for career, or cutthroat when it comes to money. They're very shady when it comes to money. There goes the Leo. There goes the Leo. There goes the Aquarius. All right, Capricorn, Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo. I get a professional type of person for some of y'all. This may be a relationship where you guys have to lower your expectations of what you expect to happen with them. You know what I mean? Like they don't really have a lot of optimism about relationships or about the connection or about where they're going. They're more focused on career, moving up, social status, social class. It's what they call, this is a social climber. Somebody who is always focused on getting to the top. All right. They may be very skilled. They're very good at persuading people, very good at talking to people. If this is a past person, this is somebody who's going to be looking to try to fix the connection between y'all. And it may be because you guys have changed your appearance, or because you guys have changed your personality. So something about you has changed. Like I heard a radio talk show or a radio host, or you do something like that. Like there's something about you having maybe like a public image or a public persona. It's something like that. There's somebody who wants to know you outside of a certain persona that you may have. All right. Or this is somebody who you're going to get to know outside of a certain persona that they have. So if they're like a celebrity or a stylist or somebody who's kind of well known, you're going to get to know them outside of their celebrity persona. So let's say this was like, I don't know, anybody. It could be a social media. I don't know. Who do we know? God damn. Who do we know that has like a persona? We'll say Drake for now, right? Because his name is Aubrey Graham. All right. So let's say Drake, because a lot of us know Drake. All right. Say you'll know him outside of as Drake. You'll know him as Aubrey. You get what I'm saying? You'll know him by his first name, or you'll know her by her first name. Like, is Adele's name Adele? Is that her real name? Like Lady Gaga's name is not Lady Gaga. That is not her first name. You know what I'm saying? So you might know them outside of their persona. You get to know them on a deeper level. All right. There's somebody who's probably pretty good at fixing stuff. Like, so they may be like very hands-on, or like they're hands-on with any creative project or whatever they do. There's somebody who'll do the work. They're hardworking. I will say that. They're hardworking. They're not afraid to like mess up or make mistakes. You know what I mean? But they're also very critical and very like forward thinking. So this is somebody who strategizes at all times about what they need to be doing next. It's like first things first. All right, I did that. Now I need to do this. They care a lot about like how they look to others. So if it's like a woman, she like does a good job of like shaving. She got like nice eyebrows. She's attractive in the face. Her physical features are what you really like. And they keep like a very bland face, but they're also very overly confident because of them being attractive, you know, or because of maybe like they were once an aspiring star, or they were once popular, famous. Maybe at one time they were famous, because I see the star reverse sometimes could be like a fallen star. So maybe they were once very famous. Maybe they were at the top of their field at one time, and now they're like, you know, they're like tired. They want to like relax. They want to chill. You know what I mean? You may also feel misunderstood by this person a lot, because this is somebody who's going to always try to make you be what they like you to be, like try to conform you to be like them. You know what I mean? Because of what the strength is a woman trying to get the lion to be like her, and the lion wants her to be more animalistic like them. So you guys may have those little issues where you want them to be more like you, and they want you to be more like them. But like for the most part, it still kind of works out anyway, as long as you guys lower your expectations of each other. Because I do get that. It could be a relationship where it could be playing out well, but you guys they'll be good for your business, or they'll be good for your career aspects. They'll be good for you moving up in status. You know what I mean? You may not be the most attracted to them, or they may not be the most attracted to you, because we got the King of Wands. So you guys may get together because it's good for business, or it's good for status. Like, you guys could, you guys could get together because maybe this person's a good problem solver. They know how to fix stuff. Like if you have an issue, to somebody could be very protective with the King of Wands and the strength. There may be somebody who's a protector, like a savior. They have that savior complex where like, you're my woman and nobody's going to do nothing to you. Nobody can even get loud with you. This is somebody who's like defensive for you in that way. You know what I mean? And if it's like a new person, or like a person who you're trying to get to know, then this is going to be somebody who's like subtly like staking you out, trying to figure out like would this be my level up? Like they may look at you as being a person who's a level ahead of the other that they dated before. You know what I mean? So they can be very possessive over you very quickly because they don't want you to like, be doing what you do for them for others. You know what I mean? So they're possessive and jealous in that way. They get very jealous. There's maybe somebody who will like fight for y'all. Like, you know what I mean? If you got a boyfriend, or you got a man or somebody like that, or you got like what do they call it? A work husband, they come in there trying to start trouble with them. Like, oh, that's your work husband, huh? Oh, all right. Oh, that's your work wife? Oh, all right. They be waiting for him out in the parking lot, ready to scuffle and get their knees dirty a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's somebody who can kind of be that way. Now, because we got King of Wands, they could be kind of tall, maybe leaner. They seem to have a nice, decent body because the King of Wands and the Page of Pentacles are people who focus on their physical health, their physical appearance. This is somebody who's vain in that way. They're vain. So they care a lot about their physical appearance. They may have like an active, maybe they ride bicycles, motorcycles, or they seem to have like an active lifestyle. They need to be doing something. They need to be busy. They need to be fixing stuff. Or they need to, it's like for them, there's always a problem or always something that they need to tend to. So they may take breaks, like random breaks too. These are like breaks where like maybe they were being very productive for like weeks at a time, and then one day they just take a break and just be like, I'm not doing shit. I ain't doing shit. They just kind of like, I don't know, they just seem like they can get to where they want to get because it's somebody who's very precise and very detail oriented. So this may be somebody who you guys try to avoid at first, or they try to avoid you at first. Because like maybe you say stuff to them that kind of like ticks them off, and they may be more focused on like career, money, like building themselves up. You know what I mean? They don't like to be controlled. They like their independence. They feel like you don't get them. You feel like they don't get you. You may not be like overly attracted to them in the beginning, or they may not be overly attracted to you, or you may be attracted to them, but you just feel like they're too confident, too arrogant for them to be like, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to chase this person. They don't want to approach you. Like they may not even approach you. Like this may be a man and he don't want to approach you. You approach them. You know what I mean? Or this is a woman who may approach you. You know what I'm saying? Or this is a woman who expects for you to approach her. You get what I'm saying? Like she feels this way about relationships where the man's supposed to do this. You know what I mean? This may be somebody who forces you to get outside your comfort zone. Maybe you need to approach them if you're a woman. And if you're a man, then they'll approach you. You know what I mean? Which is unusual because the stars sometimes can be that once in a blue lifetime or once in a blue moon type of vibe. So this may be like a once in a blue random occurrence that you never would have expected that you would have dealt with this person. They're going to be a life-changing connection too, because we got the King of Wands. I mean, we got the strength and the star. So they're going to be a King of Wands. They're going to be a once in a lifetime experience. There's going to be somebody who's going to empower you, give you confidence. They'll be talking life into you on a regular, but they'll also be like bashing you at times and like pushing you to do stuff that maybe you don't want to do. You know what I mean? Like they can be forceful, but they can also be very persuasive. He said my phone rang, Noonie. No. You missed the whole reading, Renita. We about to end this reading. No, I'm just playing. So yeah, they're very they can be deceptive at times, but like they may like tell you that they're going somewhere and then not be there. So you so you might need to check this person's location at times. Because this would be somebody who tells you that they're going to do something or be somewhere and then not do it, but it's strategized about why they did it that way. You know what I mean? So like they don't always tell you like the harsh truths. They say it in a subtle way, a pleasant, charming way. Like they don't want to have issues with you. They try to avoid conflict or arguments or disagreements. Like if you guys are getting too tense or you guys are saying something to each other, they may just block you and walk away for a little while and then come back. You know what I mean? They could be somewhere cheating because we got the Seven of Swords and the King of Wands in reverse. They could be somewhere cheating. They could be. because the King of Wands in reverse is somebody who's not faithful. But they are a catch. Everybody would like this person. They're attractive. They're handsome. They're tall, dark, and handsome. And they usually have like a great sexual prowess. So it's maybe somebody who you guys do enjoy having sex with, but they just may be having sex with other people from time to time. You know what I mean? When they get bored, because they get bored in relationships. The strength is like, and this one has to do with somebody getting bored, but also wanting to like fix the relationship or repair the relationship. So there's maybe somebody who gets bored in the relationship, or who you get bored of, but then you guys renew the connection all over again. Like you guys get away from each other and then come back to each other, like strategically though, but like you guys don't like fix the issue. You don't really fix the bigger issue or bigger problem that you guys were having. You just come back together and just hope that you guys don't bring it up anymore. Like, hey, you know, I maybe did what I did, but like, let's get back together, you know, or you may not even say, let's get back together. You guys just may start having sex again. And then that just kind of like put y'all back in the same pattern again. You know what I mean? So you said, oh, he's going to be a 304. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Maybe. Those are the ones that women pick the most. Y'all just don't want them when they don't like. So what it is, y'all pick the men that have the most sexual experiences. But as soon as you get with him, he need to turn it off. You know what I mean? Where men are looking for women with the least amount of sexual experience, like just enough to know that you know what you're doing. Where women want the guy that everybody's having sex with or everybody wants to have sex with, and then he needs to like cut that shit off. You need to not be having sex no more. I know why people like you, but you need to not be that person anymore. It's the sun in reverse, dimming me down. You don't want me to be the man anymore? No? Oh, hell. Anyway, signs you could be dealing with: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo, Virgo. They are a hardworking person. You will like this person. They're good at making money. You will like this person. They're good at moving up. You will like this person. The problem may be control issues, because that's what the strength is. And the King of Wands. Control issues. You want what you can't have. That's where the issue would be with y'all. All right. You like the person that's going to be elusive. You like the person that like makes you want to desire more, to become more. They're going to be a person that's going to make you feel like, oh, they're going to make you feel like you're not enough at times, or like you're not attractive enough, or like you need to become more. You need to do better or be your best. That's how you're going to know. It's a person that you're going to feel like you're never doing enough for, or never been enough for, but you are. But they're going to make you feel that way because of the way they act, because they're not focused on just you. They're more focused on work. They're more focused on maybe other partners, but they stay around. They stick with you. They keep coming back. You're like, why you keep coming back? Why you keep fucking with me? I thought you wanted to be with Cindy Lou over there, or you wanted to be with Gerald, or whatever the fuck his name is. Why you keep fucking with me? Because I like you, and I see a lot more in this life, you know what I mean? And I'm really attracted to you, and you boost my confidence, and you make me feel like I can do anything, and they make you feel the same way. They just ain't devoted, and they just ain't loyal. All right, but you guys will be together for practical reasons, which could be like building up, having money, acquiring wealth, or acquiring stability. All right, don't let Disney fool you. Don't let it fool you. All right, so I gave y'all the signs. Bang, boom, bow. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are having a great evening. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for being here. I had a ball. I enjoyed myself. It was a good 2 hours spent. I'm about to go back and smoke my reefer and watch. I got to cook this steak first, guys. I got some steak that's in the refrigerator. I'm about to season it with some salt. Let it sit for about 30 minutes. Hit it with some garlic powder. And you know what I'm saying? And then put that thing that cast iron cast iron pan. And then I'm going to eat some broccoli with it. And that was good. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be good. I'm going to do my little thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I hope y'all have a great one. Enjoy yourselves tonight. Loving those people who love y'all. I think tomorrow I'm going to do a pick a card. I was thinking about doing a pick a card for their next actions, because those are really good. Pick a cards for their next actions are fire. Those are like, I love those. I did some way back, and they kind of getting outdated now. So I think it's time to do another one of those. The steak, yeah, steak is going to be the shit. The steak is medium well. I make it medium well. It'd be so good. I can't wait. 16 ounces of steak too, so that's a lot. About 1,000 calories and one wok. I was waiting on this meal. All right, so y'all have a good one. Thank y'all all in advance, because I know y'all be putting them timestamps there. I thank you so much. This is not working? They don't do that anymore? Okay, there we go. Thank y'all so much, as always. I'm about to get going. I'm out of here.